Uh-oh. Ah, screw it. I'm not gonna like have a long ass waiting screen on this one. Hi, hello, how are you? It is so nice to see you. And welcome to the Pulse. Hi. Oh my gosh, there's actually people here. Oh my gosh, there's actually people here. So we got Sir Danish Raccoon, we got Emma Sunart, and we got Kitsune Ray. How are you guys doing? And, oh, hello, hi, I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Emmy. Oh, goodness gracious, golly gee. Sorry, I was actually kind of, I was supposed to start sooner. I really was. I was supposed to start sooner. And what ended up happening, at least on my side of things, what ended up happening was that I got some stuff in the mail that I wasn't expecting so soon. And because of that, I am now trying to catch up. Like, I'm doing a terrible job at catching up, but I am here. Am I blinking? Hold on. Oh, how about that? I can wink. Barely. I really got to get like a light here. I think that'll be next on my list of things that I got to grab for like streams and stuff like that. Just a little light that I can put above me so that I can just light up my face. Because I think the shadows casted by my glasses might be confusing the rig a little bit here. But hi. So the title, exactly as advertised on the tin, we are going to be building some Zoids. I've technically already built one of them, but I wanted to build the other one on stream because, yeah, I built the other one yesterday. Wasn't feeling great, not 100%. And I just, wanted to get it done today. Plus, I got Rexy in the mail and I look forward to showing her off because she's so cool. She is genuinely so cool. And I'll be able to yap a little bit about Digimon Beat Break, which, by the way, I have emotions, a lot of emotions. I have a lot of emotions that I got to talk about with Digimon Beat Break, only because, like, I was expecting, hey, it'd be really cool if I caught up on something that's a bit more family friendly. And Digimon usually, I repeat these words, usually is family friendly. No. apparently they took a lot of notes from what they did with Digimon Survive, and they took a lot of notes with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, and just said, so what if we made this just a little bit more grown up? Boy! They did it. They did it. I need a break from pitting Digimon against each other. Building stream is more relaxing. Oh, shoot! I didn't realize. Wait. What are you playing, Kitsune? Kitsune-re, what are you playing? I haven't finished the show. Oh, how far have you gotten into it? So that way I know where to stop. Because I've only watched the dub. I'm very impatient, and knowing that the dub is 8 episodes behind is insane. So I'm actually trying to catch up to it. So I'm probably going to be watching like the sub starting tomorrow. But where I left off on the dub, whew, emotions. It's sad when it's like, oh, we're fighting a monster that's going to destroy us all. And having that is preferable than the other Digimon thing that's going on with Beat Break. And like, oh my God, like we're doing this now. So now I just have to know, at least from Kitsune Ray's side over there, well, how much have you gotten into? What am I allowed to talk about? What can I share? What can I not share? Please enlighten me. Also, let me know if the stream is stable or not, because I'm noticing a lot of red, at least on the Twitch side of things. And I don't know how much of that is just an error on their side and I can ignore it, or if it's just something else. Cyber Sleuth. I've watched up to the end of Shangri-La Egg. Shangri-La Egg? Shangri-La Egg. No lag for me? Oh, okay, cool. No lag. Shangri-La Egg, though? I'm trying to remember. How far is that? Is that the one where they're hunting down a gold Numemon? Let me just take a quick sip. The silence is loud. Hold on. I need it. Where's that background music? Hey, don't you stop. Maybe that's a little too low. And we already heard that tune. Yes, where Kiritmon digivolves. Let's fucking go! I love that. I love that so much. I felt so bad for Kirupmon. They are so cool. By the way, I appreciate that at least that one is given the non-binary pronouns of they, them. It's like, yes, yes. And they are so cute. Kirupmon, absolutely adorable. Able to detect anyone with special eyes, echolocation, paralyze echo. It uses a lot of energy to use the more destructive capabilities, which means Kirupmon, secretly super strong, and yet in the show entirely nerfed, not because the plot demands it, but entirely because the owner is like, oh, you know what, it takes up a lot of energy, and I don't want to stress out my partner that way. It's like, yes, healthy. I love the healthiness. I love the healthiness. That dynamic is so good, so good. But yeah, no, if that's all you're getting into, Kitsune, then just know that if you thought it was getting dark with the whole, like, illegal transactions and, you know, trying to have a whole societal status based on your best version of yourself, if you use the eggs that we provide for you and such the like, then, oh boy, does it get worse. They don't hold back in this series. Like, obviously they're gonna kidify it. It's like, oh, you know, cold heart, where you're effectively in a coma, your body is ice cold and you can't move or anything. You're effectively brain dead. That is like their version of trying to, like, I guess, kidify, because there's always the chance that, hey, we'll have this character come back, but then the reality hits and it's like, they're dead. They are basically dead, unless purely stated otherwise, that they can come back if the Digimon is caught or if some other circumstance applies. And I find that fascinating. Duo the Proto. Oh my god, it's a Proto. Now, when you say Proto, like Protogen, are you one of those cool cyborg furries with the amazing, like, digital faces and stuff like that? Because if you are, hi. Good to catch you online again at work, but we'll lurk your stream for now. I appreciate the lurk. I really got to get a lurk emote where I just jingle some keys at you guys roughly every 30 minutes just to remind, just to remind Twitch that, hey, you're there and you exist. But maybe not keys. What can I... Hold on. What can I shake at you guys? I don't want to, like, jingle actual keys. That seems weird. Yeah, well, and I'm themed after the Death Scythe Hell Gundam. Death Scythe Hell? You know, maybe I should stop building Zoids, because I have the Death Scythe Hell HG model kit. Not the Endless Waltz version, but the, Part 2 of Gundam Wing. I have that. I should probably build that. You know what? I'll put that on the list next time. After we're done with Zoids, I'll probably build that one. The good version. How dare you? The Endless Waltz version was pretty goated. Come on. You gotta admit. Bat wings. Come on. Bat wings. Hella dope. Okay? Hella dope. I had started the episode after. Then my family said we gotta leave my sister's house after a couple games of MTG. Okay, Kitsune, I'm going to have to judge you now, because I've got a bunch of commander decks on standby. What color player are you? Do you do color combinations? And more importantly, do I have to fear you if you play a lot of blue? Anyway. The chest design and shield of the series version is superior. You know, fair. I can't even deny that. Along with the white trim on the helm. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, they kind of drab it out a little bit by trying to go, like, singular in color. But you have to admit, Wing Zero, kind of cool with the angel wings, even if conventionally makes no sense. Yes, having it revealed in the OVA Endless Waltz series or movie, whichever you prefer, having him reveal those wings open wide and look so cool out in space, dope, amazing, hype as shit. I will only have one criticism. Under what circumstances in the vacuum of space, where there is no air resistance or form of lift, is it necessary to flap your wings, other than the fact that Zero, being sentient as a mobile suit, just wanted to aura farm? Okay, let's be 100% here. I just started, and only fear if I get the commander out makes all my characters indestructible. Wait a minute! Makes all your characters indestructible? Are you playing counterintelligence? Are you playing the red, white, blue, like the machine one? The one that if you put enough counters on it, it just turns all of your shit indestructible? Because if you are, based. That was actually one of the decks I introduced my friends to. If it's not, then it's still cool, unless you're playing, like, all artifacts and you're playing the Walls of Ba Sing Se, to which, get board wiped, idiot. I hate you. Don't ever come into my house with no Walls of Ba Sing Se. I swear to God. But yeah, no, Zero was just out there aura farming, flapping those wings in the vacuum of space, because there is no other reason for flapping those gorgeous wings in the vacuums of space. No, sadly, I'm playing a blue and white flying deck. You're dead to me. Now you're dead to me. Blue-white is the color of authoritarian bullshit. Oh, hey, that's a really cool thing. First of all, I'm going to counterspell you. And with my white cards, I'm going to say you don't get to do things on my turn, but I will get to do things on your turn. That is... Please tell me that you don't have, like, St. Augustine the Fourth somewhere in that deck, because I swear to God, I can already feel it. I'm a red, white, green dinosaur player. I'm out here just trying to get big monsters to do big things on the board. You cannot hit me with fucking blue and white counter spell flying creature tactics. I swear to God. I will find a way to reach across the table and slap your shit. I promise. Oh gosh. Okay. I've been shooting the gab already too long, it feels like. Actually, no, I could probably shoot the gab longer. I've seen so many people just go gabbing before actually doing what they said they were going to do on stream. I don't think so. Haven't had a chance to play the full deck. No kidding. But a blue-white... Well, wait a minute. From what set was it? Does it tell you which set the deck originally came from? Like, is it, Like, is it from Strixhaven? Like, I know Strixhaven came out recently, or it's going to come out soon, where you get, like, brand new commander decks. Blue-white. Blue-white. I'm trying to think. What commander decks are blue-white? Or is this one custom-made? You know, is this not a pre-con, or is this one custom? I just realized, I know me, I'm going to get distracted, and then I'm never going to do... It was a pre-made commander deck. Blue and white with flying. I'm going to have to look at that. The green counter spell that gives target spell a +1/+1 counter. The green counter spell? What do you mean there's a green counter spell? What do you mean there's a green What are we talking about right now? What are you doing, Dusk97? What are you talking about? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Dusk97 from YouTube. I have to acknowledge where these comments are coming from, but I am getting hella distracted while talking about Magic the Gathering. I want to show what we're going to be working on, since I already did kind of half the work last night. So, indulge me for a moment while I move myself to my corner where I belong. Don't mind me. I'm going to shrink myself down a little bit. Ignore the obvious human hand there. Or actually, you know what? I'm so big now. Okay, perfect. But human hands? Good, good. We're working on it. So this is actually something I already built half of the deck with. Or not half the deck, half the model with. This is a Mulga. Say hello to a Caterpillar Zoid. Hold on, just going to hold that to the camera. It's a cute little critter, isn't it? Technically a tank, since it has, like, the cannons at the head there. And, oh, I'm blocking my own camera with my hands. I keep forgetting the camera placement here. And technically in this segment in the back houses... Hold on. Missiles! Because you got to have self-guided missiles every now and again. So, yeah, we got this going. I like that. Yo, love the Mulga, right? Mulga's so cool. I love Mulga. This is not the regular version though. I was gonna pre-order it so that way I could have more than one Molga, since these are considered like Mook Zoids. But I got the one that was specifically for the other army because it comes with a heavy unit. Let me show you what I mean. So I got the Canonry Molga and the Hellcat base guards. So it's a duo set. It's a duo set. So it comes with two. I would have gotten them individually and they would have been fine on their own, but honestly, best value for buck, just get the double set, honestly, because at least with the double set here, you get both of the kits and you get a cool cannon. And the cool cannon actually can go on either or, but I'm going to put it on the Molga because I like the idea that while you're fighting like these high-speed units, the Hellcats, there's just a Molga sniper out there, probably goated with a bunch of stars on their shoulder, like as many kills scored as possible, just shooting artillery from the far back. Gotta admit, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. And I've already built the Molga. I haven't built the cannon set yet. I do want to build the cannon. It's right there. All the pieces for the cannon are right there, and I love that. But now we're going to work on Hellcat, because the Hellcat's pretty cool. The realized models are pretty solid, too. The Blade Liger is my current project. I finished the Blade Liger since that was the first one released, and I gotta say, I am kind of hit or miss with that kit, and I'll say the reason why. While the Kotobukiya version is bigger, greatly detailed, articulation is fantastic, the only issue I have with the Kotobukiya is that the parts fall apart way too easy, and it's a little difficult to kind of get it working. But the realized version, despite being smaller, is actually really solid. Like, the posability not the same as the Kotobukiya, but it's solid. And because it's solid, I know that I can put it in whatever pose I want. I found a way to get it onto a nice aerial stand to get what I need. It is good. Just a solid kit and worth every penny. Like, why spend the extra $40 to $60 to get a bigger version of the kit that you're going to have to use a copious amount of super glue on, when you could honestly just do the same thing with something smaller and it's not going to fall apart on you. My only criticism that I really have with it is that stupid neck joint that leaves a hollow point. The good news is that it looks up, so you can score some really good roaring poses, but there's that empty hole right there in that throat socket. Can't abide by it. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's not great. I don't like the way it looks, honestly. And if I were to go back, I would find a way to fix it, but I am not a model kit engineer. I am just a guy who likes putting them together. Wormmon got an upgrade. Also, the pre-made commander is Ispera, Supreme Judge. Swapped it with Sephira Sky's Blade. Oh, that looks dope. I should probably look into that one. Never built Zoids, but I recently built Storm Raven's ship and 2 dreadnoughts for Warhammer. Dude, Warhammer models are something else. I am not a painter, so I will never be able to enjoy just painting a model kit like that, especially on an all gray, perfectly blank slate. I'm just not great with paint. I've tried when I was really into Tyranids, and the best part with Tyranids, if you fuck up, you could just say it's blood. And it's so easy to just say it's blood when you fuck up on a Tyranid model kit. But on like any of the actual dudes, like the Emperor's Children or like the Astartes, any of the Astartes factions, I should say, I could never get them right. Shading was my worst enemy, and it's awesome. It's awful. It's awful. But hey, if that is something that you're really cool with, Dusk, awesome. And I envy you. It's a baby. I know, right, Emma? Let's see. The realized models are pretty solid too. The Blade Liger is my current project. It's tanky. God, when was the last time Zoids was a viewable show? So it's actually funny you mention. I'm not going to necessarily advocate for it, but if you want a good, clean way to watch Zoid's Chaotic Century, the one where it's like the 2 warring factions and stuff, Internet Archive. I found an entire playlist of the complete series on Internet Archive. I'll see if I can find a link to it, and maybe we can. One day, maybe if If I can get away with it, maybe we can even stream it, but that would be difficult because I don't know what that copyright looks like, honestly. Because the Zoid kits are alive. You can buy the Zoid model kits, but the shows like Chaotic Century, Century Zero, which is the one that was with Liger Zero, um, Zoids Fusers, and then Zoids Wilds, I think it was called, and the other ones, they're gone. Oh, Zoids Genesis. I never got to watch Zoids Genesis, and I was told that one's really, really good, and I missed it, and I'm so sad about that. Let's see. Duo the proto. I have the Kotobukiya Liger Zero Jaeger. It's definitely flaky. Yeah, it's not helped by the fact that that plastic is so brittle. And that is one of the things that I have like a love-hate relationship with Kotobukiya, and yet they don't have this problem with their women model kits. And I'm going to put that out there right now. I'm going to put it in the ether, voice it out loud, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of folks that probably agree with the statement. But Kotobukiya, they'll make fantastic mechs, beautiful design. I love their mechs. And they've even done Armored Core. Fantastic mechs. But why are they so flimsy? Why do they fall apart so easy? Why do they break? Why is the plastic so brittle? Why? But if you get any of their waifu model kits, any of the model kits that feature fantasy women or their mecha women that are based on the exact same one as their armor kits, they work perfectly fine. Flawless even. Don't fall apart, don't get loose, don't get weird joints. They're fine. Make it make sense. I have the Berserk Führer too, but I'm intimidated to start that one. So I have a third-party Berserk Fury, because while I would have loved to have built the original Berserk Führer, that kit's plastic quality that I've seen on display is the same thing as the Liger, as the Blade Liger. Copious amount of super glue, or not at all. The only solid kits that I've ever built from Kotobukiya in terms of the Zoids, Shadow Fox and Lightning Sykes. Those are beautifully solid. And I mean beautifully solid. Chef's kiss even. They are perfectly designed. I love Shadow Fox especially because God, just that Gatling gun on its back, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have Lightning Sykes, beautiful design. Give me a version of that exists in the Realize model by Takara Tomy, and my wallet is yours. But until then, we're at where we're at. I have been told that they are working on the Lightning Sykes, though. I have been told. For now, all I can do is just wait until I can get my hands on the Blade Liger Panzer, which is apparently just like the Liger Zero Panzer, but on a Blade Liger. And I believe there's a Shield Liger that comes with an assault like machine gun on its back, which I was not aware of that. What else did I actually pre-order? I think I pre-ordered a number of model kits for that line. Okay, Sparky. Okay, so Sparky is about to become Kratos for builds. You have no idea. You have no idea. But, oh, before we get into the model kits, I did promise I would do this, but look what came in the mail. So, full disclosure, expensive as shit. This is heavier than it looks, and be careful because it's also super top heavy in terms of like separation of weight here. But this is not Jurassic Park. For legal reasons, I have to say this is not licensed under any circumstance by Jurassic Park. This is actually a figure with the likeness based on the model of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, but is an entirely third-party figure by a company called Nanmu Studios. I think I have the box for this figure, and they call her the Eternal Sovereign Queen, and it's a 3.0. Eternal Sovereign? Hold on. Let me find the box. Where'd you go, box? There is no way. Did I throw it out already? Oh, I'm dumb. I have it right here. Hold on. It is called Alpha Eternal Empress of Origins. So for the legal distinction, so that there is no mistake about like copyright, this is not a Jurassic Park figure. This is technically a figure third-party made, loosely based on a T-Rex that just so happens to look like Rexy from Jurassic Park. With that all being said, let's say hello to Rexy. Look at her! Oh, it is so detailed! This is a posable figure and it's so detailed! That is straight up from the movie! Look at her! Ah! It is so good. It is so good, and she is so posable. Like, very posable, actually. The tail is actually separated by, like, 4 segments here. Has a bit of a curve to it to kind of give it that natural curve, like how a bird or a lizard would, like, raise their tail so they wouldn't drag it on the ground. More so like a bird. Lizards don't care if they drag their tails on the ground, but birds, they care. They don't want their tails to drag on the ground, and it's meant to kind of keep balance, except this is not a weighted tail. This thing is very forward heavy from this point all the way to here, and you can definitely feel it. Like, this is a heavy figure. And I can say that because I think I've said it before. I own the Hammond collection Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. I thought this figure would be to scale with the Hammond collection so that it would be bigger and I could have them both on the same shelf. That figure dwarfs this figure, but it also mogs on it. Because yes, while for $60, if you bought it on release, if you're buying it from a scalper, the Jurassic Park one, I mean, the Spinosaurus, if you bought that thing from a scalper, I am so sorry for your wallet. And if you ever catch this figure while it's on sale and available, will run you a little bit more than $100, despite the fact that it's smaller than the official Hasbro Hammond collection figure of similar design. But what you get absolutely mogs on them, because while theirs was going for like a look from the movie, but they wanted it to be kind of kid friendly, soft and pliable and stuff like that, this is ripped straight out of the Jurassic Park movie in terms of design. I should say that in terms of design. And look at that realism. Just, it looks just like the T-Rex. The teeth are surprisingly sharp too, so be careful with that. But I can tell they're made of a harder plastic as opposed to a softer, more malleable plastic, so do be careful. You don't want those to snap. And for the vor enthusiasts, just, they had no business painting all that pink inside if the camera would focus. Hey, focus. Camera, camera. No business being as detailed about all that bloody goodness back there, but they did it anyway. They did it anyway. And if you're wondering how this figure stands, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like, right now it's going to stand because I kept her in a pose where her legs are super wide, her torso is elevated as opposed to the more natural, like, more forward leaning, like in the movies. Because if I do it the forward leaning way, her face is on the ground and she's jackaposing. And if you don't know what jackaposing is, you need to play some more fighting games, or at least hop on some good old internet memes from a couple years back. Those are some good stuff. But this one is so posable. Let me show you just how posable she is, because I don't think my natural posing here is doing it justice. So first of all, shut. This is sometimes what I want to do to you, chat. Just sometimes when we started, it's just shut. Just gently hold snoot like hamburger. And we're just going to, and already mogging hardcore on any other posable figure from Hasbro. Straight up, look at that. Vertical to back. That is insane. And now the question, can she look down in a nice natural curve like it makes sense? Let's see. Let's see. I think I have to make an adjustment to the ball joint here. Turn, turn, and my gosh, but can we make her look down further? Yes, by using her back articulation. She only has 1 point of articulation on her back. Is it the cleanest back we've ever seen? Probably not, but it looks natural, is all I'm saying. Look at that. She can actually look down at you. She knows what you're thinking. She looks down on you and knows that you are fucking pathetic. That worm is looking very tasty, isn't it? Hold on. The intrusive thoughts. The intrusive thoughts. Can we get a good grip? Can we get a good grip? Hold on. Hold on. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay, put the Molga down. Put the Molga down. Put the Molga down. Thank you. Gosh. I just love this. And the tail articulation, I'm just going to show it off. Like, despite it only being 4 segments, is really good. Like, you'll get some good natural S curves to it. And the legs are stiff. The joint up here is not stiff. I should probably mention that. But the joints here, like specifically here and here, maybe here if you can catch it right, they're nice and stiff. They will hold their positioning. But again, the main issue is that this is very front heavy. So even if you have these legs perfectly placed, absolutely perfectly placed, she will want to fall forward unless you get her in a kind of weird standing pose similar to this. And then she'll be able to stand just fine as long as the wind doesn't blow on her the wrong way. And yeah, I even had her for a little while. Oh, I forgot. I should probably show this, but God, look at how far she can twist. Like if I pose this right, it's like, oh damn, you're behind her, but guess what? She sees you. She can turn her head that much and actually see right behind her. And I think that's something pretty cool. However, and I've seen a couple of toy reviewers already talk about this, and I'm going to put this out there. Is the figure solid? If you do only gentle shakings, very solid. If you're talking about holding poses, very solid. Now, if you want to go gorilla mode, yes, I just snapped her neck to face her in another direction. The memes that I could do where it's like, okay, okay. But yeah, it's cool. I love her. I love her to death. She is my baby, and I have cuteness aggression with her now. I want you to know that I am not normal for her. She is my precious princess, my queen. I have known her since I was but a wee little digitama. I have known this creature so long that I was only but freshly hatched a baby when I knew about this critter, and I love her to pieces. So I just wanted to talk about that because I love her, and if I get stuck with a model kit long enough, don't be surprised if I start grabbing her and like messing around with her because it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Now fling it like a rag doll. That would be so cool. Why does that sound like my sister's Dino Commander for one of her MTG decks? Well, I mean, for Magic the Gathering, the dinosaurs are treated as gods because in Ixalan, the way they treated it, this is for the sake of nerd knowledge, if you ever want to run a D&D campaign in that plane, in the realm of Ixalan, where you have pirates, vampires of noble society, and the natives of the people who already live in temples and societies already there. Oh, and merfolk, you can't forget the merfolk. But among the people who worship dinosaurs, they are paired with dinosaurs or they work alongside dinosaurs, and they revere dinosaurs as gods, especially elder dinosaurs, because elder dinosaurs have a tendency of affecting the environment in a way that's insane. Burning Sun Avatar, Waking Dawn Avatar, like that one by itself is a board wipe, and that's so cool. And so can Burning Sun Avatar. Like all of them are strong. And then you have very specifically named dinosaurs like Itali, who is the primal storm. Itali is a Spinosaurus and one that likes to bring other dinosaurs forward as a red dinosaur. But there's a red-green version of him where I guess for reasons I don't understand, Itali disappeared and was corrupted by the Phyrexians when they were kind of invading other planes before the plane shattering occurred or the reality shattering occurred. And it went from Itali the Primal Storm to Itali the Primal Rage, and then would transform after you've dealt some damage or dealt power or something like that to Itali Primal Sickness. You have any idea how weird it is to attack an opponent with Itali? And it's like, okay, so you just bring out big creatures and do big damage. And then you bring out Itali, who's indestructible, by the way, and flip the whole script by saying, so if I attack you with Itali right now, I am going to do poison counter damage to you. And if I get enough poison counter damage onto you, I automatically win. That is not the same strategy. That is changing the win condition mid-game if you play Itali. That's how strong it is. It's really good. It's why I kind of recommend it to a number of dinosaur players along with a couple of other cards. Just play whatever you want, but if you ever grab Itali, uh, you are changing the win condition for the game and have now just become enemy number one. And if a blue player doesn't immediately counter Itali, they're going to remove Itali. You're not going to keep Itali. You're going to play Itali. You're going to scare them for like 5 seconds, but they're going to get rid of it. And if you find a way to make sure it doesn't get gotten rid of, and you just play it, may God have mercy on your soul, because you're zeroed in. You put the target on your back. You did it to yourself, my boy. Okay, I left to get some food. What are we talking about? Itali and Magic the Gathering stuff. But I'm getting, again, far behind. Let's actually focus on building this here model kit. Let's focus on building the Hellcat. The Hellcat, the Hellcat, the Hellcat, the Hellcat. Why am I saying that over and over again like a freaking weirdo? Oh, forgot to unclip my nippers. But, yeah, we were just talking about, like, Magic the Gathering stuff. We were talking about, Zoids. You can actually watch the entirety of the Chaotic Century Zoids series on, I believe, the Internet Archive. I would have to double check that, though, because I know that there have been some changes made in recent times in regards to the Internet Archive, in the sense of like, oh, they're trying to censor the amount of copyrighted materials that are on there, to which I say, fuck you. Like, 1,000 times fuck you. Not because we're getting rid of a free way to watch something. We're getting rid of, for a number of people, the only way that you can watch something, because watching Zoids at any given time is almost impossible now. If you wanted to watch an old anime series because it released at some point in your childhood, but now you don't have access to it because for reasons unknown, they just decided arbitrarily, hey, we're not going to support this anymore, or hey, we're going to remove it from platforms, and there's no DVD box release, there's no remaster. Hell, do what Digimon did with the fucking movies, at least the first 3 movies. Redub it. Like, play it straight or something like that. Just give me something. Stop taking it away from other people, and then they have to find a way to find it on their own, or just get fucked, I guess. I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of it, and I don't understand the logic behind that. B, C, D. Where is D? Do I have D? I think I have D. No, maybe. This is D. Okay. Like, I've never been a fan of trying to remove content from any given location for the sake of like, oh, well, we got to respect the copyright holders. Respect these fucking nuts. If the copyright holders want to make money, make it available. You would be surprised by how many people want to watch old anime. For Christ's sake, I sat down and watched Revolutionary Princess Utena. And I loved it, by the way. It is so kooky, so peak, like, early 90s anime that I just fell in love with it. The dub is so cheesy. The characters, so cheesy. The voice acting, so cheesy. And I love that ending theme song to death. Oh, gosh. But at least the Revolutionary Girl Utena, or Revolutionary Girl Utena is readily available to consume, for free, by the way, depending on your country and the use of a VPN, on YouTube. You can watch it there. And I laugh every single time at the idea that there are people who are like, oh, well, you got to respect the copyright owners. Once again, respect these nuts. How about that? Instead of cucking yourself into like removing access to content that you should have access to, how about just agree that if people want to watch it, let them watch it. Let them enjoy something that existed years ago. Oh, but there's the loss of money because nobody's going to watch it. Did I not just fucking say there are people who would watch it? There are people out there who would genuinely go out of their way to go and watch it. I am surprised by the number of people every single day that I find out want to watch the original Digimon content. The problem? You can't find the original Digimon content. If you want to watch the original dub of the Digimon Adventure anime series, you have to dig through some shit to find it, and it's ridiculous sometimes. Seriously, I watched the entire first series of Digimon on Hulu last month. There you go. Please tell me it's still there. Please tell me Hulu didn't do what Hulu does with all that and just said, "Hey, we're gonna get rid of it." Please tell me they didn't do that. I really don't want to have to do that. Yo, hey unknown, how's it going? Did you know? Did you know? Oh my god. OMG, tell me about it. Finding the sub is so hard. For real! Because do you have any idea how weird it is that I grew up with a version that was basically just a neutered version of the original Digimon Adventure series? I'm saying this while also saying how much I love the dub. I love how cheesy and stupid the Digimon Adventure dub is. Because it was basically an abridged series before we knew what abridged series were. But they also removed some content from it. I know why they had to remove the content. Let's be 100% here. We know why they had to remove the content from there. Some of it is not conducive to a lot of American values. So they had to remove some scenes and just say, oh yeah, this character right here, they're a cousin. Or this character is an uncle. Because I guess that's preferable somehow. I don't fucking know, man. It doesn't make sense. Not a fan of that, but it is what it is. It might still be there, and it has Series 2, and I think the Armor series. Series 2 is the Armor series. What do you mean? Did you mean Tamers? I hope you meant Tamers, because Tamers is dope, too. That one is a dark one. That one is such a dark one. You know how tempted I am to just download the whole series? Do it. Actually, I think... Hold on. Hold on a minute. Oh! I remember now. I'm going to have to do some digging for it, but I remember now. So, for those who might remember that I like to talk about Goki and Peachy, so I remembered that one of their date night things that they would do together before they, officially got together IRL in terms of like living together, what they did was they watched the entirety of the Digimon Series 1 and Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 by using the very same service that I just mentioned for Zoids. That's right, you can actually watch it on Internet Archive. So in theory, if you wanted to, you could watch it on Internet Archive. However, this is the part that makes it so funny. On Internet Archive, they edited together so that if you wanted to watch the dub, instead of cutting scenes from the original sub, they keep the scenes, sometimes switch back and forth between sub and dub of like the characters, and it's kind of wild, actually, how they handled that. But it is readily available, and it's free. Internet Archive is right there. I mean, I've downloaded Ranma, the 80s series. Ranma Half. I've been told that series is so good. Don't know about like watching it now because like the internet is very weird for certain characters, but and it's good to know that you're doing good there, Unknown. Oh, goodness gracious. It might still be there. Humans Transforming. Oh, Humans Transforming is Digimon Frontiers. Digimon Frontiers was the 4th series introduced, and that one followed closely with its own, like, Digimon World lore of, like, Royal Knights, and you had the Legendary Warriors, the battle of the humans, of the human Digimon versus the Beast Digimon, which I think was based on I think they called it Liberator Wars. I would have to double check on that. That was pretty cool. I have like a reservoir of strange knowledge, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm still learning a lot of stuff from the V-Pets, because I should make this clear. I collect the V-Pets. I think everybody here knows this. They've seen me hatch the eggs before, which I'm long overdue for hatching an egg and raising a Digimon, but because I'm currently helping a coworker of mine travel back and forth, I don't want to have a long conversation with them about why I have a Tamagotchi resting on my shirt. So I don't want to have that conversation with them, and so I haven't raised a VPET in a hot minute. Otherwise, I would be raising a VPET right now. I would be 100% for that. But back to what I was saying, a lot of my knowledge comes from both a combination of Digimon World and a combination of the animated series and some of the VPET knowledge, because despite all three facets covering the exact same thing, they handle it differently. For the VPETs, it's implied that you are raising a research project, a way to discover and learn about Digimon from where they come from. From series 1 through 5 of the original VPETs, you have File Island and their very diverse and very strange evolution conditions. And then you have the Folder Continent, where you had the Digimons now separated into egg groups. So you had Nature Spirits, Virus Busters, Deep Savers, Nightmare Soldiers, Wind Guardians, Metal Empire, and I'm trying to remember, they introduced 2 new eggs, but they come from a different server of a different digital world altogether, so I can't comment on that one too harshly. And then as the other VPETs evolved, you get introduced to the X antibody situation, where you had like the X program that deleted 90% of all Digimon life. There's so much lore. There is so much lore about all kinds of stuff. And if you went with the VPET, you're either treated as a scientist, where you're trying to conduct your own research on the Digimon that exist within the different ecosystems, or exploring the first ever discovered File Island, or you grab a hold of it and just live for the nostalgia and just realize that it's a kid's project. But the more likely scenario is that you're just picking up on scientists' work, kind of similar to a Pokedex, I guess is what you might call it for the Pokemon side of it. Let's see. Christopher Sichler, 98. Hi, I recently built the Master Grade SD Freedom Gundam. Ooh. And I like it a lot. The color separation is at least a few steps beyond the previous Master Grade 2.0 Freedom. What do you mean? Are you telling me there's more color separation in the fucking Chibi kit than there is for the Master Grade 2.0? If so, that's kind of cool, but like, not expected, you know? The series is very good in my opinion. Does have a few yikes moments due to the time that they were made, but I enjoy it a lot. Oh, for Ranma, yeah. Holy fuck, this is a lot of lore. It is, but you get used to it because it's just reading. It's at the end of the day, it is just reading. It's not that big of a deal if you don't mind a quick read. You know, I would like to believe that Digimon fans don't fall into the camp of they can't read, even though, and I am always embarrassed by this, and I will hold this over so many people's heads. For the last couple of years, when we had web manga, we had a web novel, and we had Digimon Survive all released close to each other, and Digimon fans were divided out of nowhere, and thus created the meme that just like Dragon Ball fans, Digimon fans didn't know how to read and hated to read. And as a result, projects just, it got messy. It got real messy. Bandai handling it was also very messy, but I'm not going to get into that today because I have had that long ass rant. I don't feel like having that rant again today. I just want to build this Hellcat, to which, look at that. This is a very strange head. This is a very, very, oh, camera is right there. This is a very strange head. Very unusual neck joint placement. Don't know if I'm a fan of that or not, but we will get to its completion hopefully soon. This music ending so quickly is deeply annoying. I'm going to see if I can't find some music. Some music. This, that beat that make you go, ha! No. That has been stuck in my head. It needs to get out of my head. I do want to listen to the Chaotix Case Files, though. That has been a podcast that was stuck in my head for a while, and I just love revisiting it whenever I get the chance. May I recommend the ending theme of Utena? As long as my stream doesn't get nuked. Let's see if it'll let me play it. Let's see. Uten ending theme. Please tell me this is the one that I hope it is. Please. I'm gonna play it. Come on. Clicky. Please. Please don't hit me with ads. There we go. Listen, I know that anime is so fucked up. Like, I didn't think it could get more fucked up until we kept on watching it to its conclusion, watched the movie. Like, Utena is certainly a trip of an anime. But gosh, what a trip it was when I sat down and watched it for the first time. Get your old anime fix, please. Man, I can't wait to be slapped with the copyright for this one. My reaction was worth it. I'm so glad that my torment entertained you. You know what? I know exactly what we should listen to once we're done with this. I need to listen to Epic the Musical again, because finding out the good news that thing is getting an animated freaking movie made makes me so unbelievably happy. And I need to see Zeus absolutely busting it down when his song comes out, because if he doesn't, then the movie is not worth watching. I was going to make a clicker-trained joke, but now I can't think except for where I could have heard this in the past. Oh god, it's in your core memory, isn't it? It's in your core memory! I'm currently building the HG Messer Type F01. It was fun, but I hate color correcting stickers. When I try to fit it... I just lost the piece here. When I try to fit it, the stickers tear a bit. Damn, caps. So, okay, I was about to say, were you screaming that at me? Like, valid crash out, but like, my man. I get you. I agree with you even. Like, color correcting stickers is the devil. It's why that as much as I would love to complete like a collection from like the HG Iron Blooded Orphans line, the sheer amount of color correcting stickers that exist for the vast majority of those kits is the devil's work. And I'm not here to support no devil's work. I can't with that shit. Absolutely not. Just do not want that drama in my life. I do not want to have to do that. And if I wanted to fix it, honestly, I would much rather grab Oh God, which one did I have no problems Yeah, I would grab some paint. I think I would grab some paint. I just realized you told me to hydrate and stretch a little bit ago. Hang on. Ah! There we go. And I've got hydration, which, by the way, have to show this off. Caught this at Disney when we went with Goki and Peachy, and I love it. It is a scream tank, which means, hold on, if I can get it to work. Nope. Hey. Mm. Still got some cold drink in there. Not a lot, but there's enough in there. Almost thought this was from Evangelion. I mean, Evangelion has some banger music too, though. My ears. Well, I'm so glad that your ears were pierced. That was a scream of children. Children who were scared nearly to death. Just remember that Waternoose, despite being a good business owner who actually did take care of his employees, would kidnap 1,000 children before he let this company die, and I am not here for that. Especially in light of current events. I cannot abide by it. I cannot. So, oh, this is going to be a weird one. Okay, so I have to slip this in like so. Is that? I think that's it. Hold on. Is that the only step I have to worry about? Ah, this is one of those things where it has intricate stuff. So this is the other thing I'm surprised about. This kit uses a lot of poly material, and I wasn't prepared for that, but it's not intrusive as like in a high grade where it's like polycap after polycap. This one uses rubberized pieces in a way that makes sense, that still keep the joints tight and they don't pop out. However, I also am aware that I'm building this kit fresh today. So I'm pretty sure once I revisit the kit, maybe a month from now, when we decide that we want to take some poses and a couple of good pictures for these guys, that is when we're going to see like something go horribly, horribly wrong with it. I'm almost sure of it that that's probably what's going to happen. Let's see. Let's see. If you ever want to get back at us, go ahead. I will find a series. Don't you tempt me. The MGSD kits are way beyond previous SD kits. The proportions have been modified, despite being around average HG-RG size to fit the MG level engineering and articulation. Okay, so they basically took the SG cross frame idea of more posability and longer limbs and took it to its most logical conclusion and said, let's just make a master grade SD kit. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. I like that idea. Almost thought this was from Evangelion, and what happens after that? I bought all the markers just because of that irritated stickers. I mean, there you go. There you go. For me, I use like the metallics colored markers, so that way I can kind of do that. But then when you realize that you did such a good job, sometimes you get tempted to paint the whole kit, and then before you know it, you blink. Suddenly the kit is all into pieces. You're painting it, top coating it, painting it again, top coating it, and then you blink again, and suddenly, how did I do that? Why is it this color? This is not from the box. What did I do? That kind of thing, you know? My ears, headphones are on. Oh, Hulu also has Digimon Fusion. Really? But not Savers? Not Savers. Not Digimon Data Squad? Do it. We dare you. Find a series. I will find one. I don't know if it'll be worth it because I can't find a single cringeworthy series that I may have grown up with outside of maybe the original Sailor Moon, because good God. Goodbye. Oh my God, yes. Yes, I have Seribot here on standby. Hi, Sparky. I finally have an automated mod bot. It took me forever, but I have it. Data Squad, no, but almost every other version. Okay, cool. Well, all right. Then I'm glad that Hulu at least has something. I love Sailor Moon. Same. I have a weird soft spot for Sailor Moon. I mean, Sailor Moon back in the day was kind of dope for me as a kid, even though I've been told left and right, oh, it's a girl series. It's a girl series. And it's like, are you out of your fucking mind? I don't care. I grew up watching fucking Powerpuff Girls. That was on Cartoon Network. It didn't matter what your gender was when you were watching a series because the series was good. That's all that people gave a shit about, was just that if the series was good. And guess what? Series was good. Anyway. I'm getting distracted. I have all these pieces lying around here, and I'm not building anything. I'm just shooting the gab full blast like it's straight from a machine gun, which I do have a machine gun now. It's a gel blaster. It's not a real machine gun. It looks like a machine gun, but still. I just realized I could probably find a way to sit down and have you guys watch the the revolutionary girl Utena look-alike, which is the Gundam series that I told you about, The Witch from Mercury. We could probably watch that. That one is pretty good, but you'll see all the parallels to Utena, like, right there on the spot. Maybe minus some cringe moments, but, I mean, it has its own levels of cringe that exist that no one can deny. And any Gundam fan that tries to deny it, they're stupid. But, that's beside the point. When you're not having to deal with the weird misogynists who came out of the woodwork saying all kinds of weird shit, and that's when you realize quickly that the fandom is just infiltrated by a bunch of weirdos who never grew up past the 80s, which it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see. Sailor Moon is for everyone. Wait, Vincent. Have you ever heard of Princess Tutu? I have heard of Princess Tutu, but I have never watched Princess Tutu. No. I'll never forget when you realize the similarities. Oh yeah, no. That realization drove me crazy. Like, I was beside myself because it's like, that I've seen this. I have seen this, but it's not from what you think. And then I showed you the very first episode, and it's like, Gundam the Witch from Mercury stole fucking Utena's entire flow right there on the spot, at least for the first episode. I think they had other duels and other stuff like that, but we would have to sit down and watch the series so that we could have a more valid comparison being conducted there, because otherwise it's a mess. I'll fully admit it's a mess. I still love it, though. I still have a strong love for the Witch of Mercury. I think I've realized that even though I grew up in that time where we kind of flipped back and forth between the different versions of Gundam, that I have a strong love for anything that isn't necessarily from Universal Century. And that's probably sounds weird to a number of people because it's like, how dare you? That's sacrilege. How could you say that in front of my salad? And honestly, I don't care. I'm going to put that out there for everyone to hear. I do not care. I simply have no ability to give a fuck. I love Gundam Wing, as cringe as that series is, like, in the modern scope of anime, using the modern sensibilities of anime. Uh, the cool thing about that series was that it was surprisingly accessible to everybody who was learning how to get into Gundam, who was trying to get into Gundam. Lurk. I really do got to make a lurking thing. Note to self, I will make a lurking thing. My new favorite Gundam series is Mobile Suit Gundam 00, the second coming of Gundam Wing, and I will fully admit that 00 is kind of the better Gundam Wing. I will fully admit that. I don't think I could ever dispute that. Oh, man. God, now I'm thinking about it, and it really is just the better one. It was the better one. I don't think I could... So Gundam Wing crawled so that Mobile Suit Gundam 00 could just sprint like a feral child, and I love that. But, like, I grew up with Mobile G Fighter Gundam, which was pretty cool. You still had your political stuff that was going on in there, but it was a giant tournament fighter with giant robots that did kung fu. Like, that was cool. You cannot tell me otherwise. I will not sit here and take slander of, oh, it wasn't that great. It's like, shut the fuck up. You've lost the right to the talking stick. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what good food is, okay? Oh God, Mobile G Fighter Gundam. That was an acid trip too. Mobile Fighter G Gundam, Gundam Wing was technically my first ever introduction to the series, and then I was introduced to 8th MS Team, which is just Gundam Vietnam. Cannot tell me otherwise. Gundam Vietnam. That was crazy. what else? What other Gundam series was I later on introduced to? Because I didn't see Double O until my later years when I got my hands on a Hulu account. I don't did I? No, I didn't get into Turning A, which I'm very sad about because I have been told nothing but good things about Turning A. Um, hmm. Then I got into Iron-Blooded Orphans. I liked that. And then I tried, what was it? Gundam Build Fighters, which was the most meta version since it was just, oh, well, what if we turned the hobby of the model kit into a virtual arena fighter? And it's like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. And then they built their own custom models. And again, please forgive me, but there is something so unbelievably cool about taking a pre-existing model kit, painting it, doing some custom work by cutting it into pieces, moving some other stuff around, sanding it down, perfecting the look, and saying, this is Wing Gundam Fenice, and he is an asymmetrical duelist model kit that has a blaster, sure, very strong buster rifle, but his capabilities in close range combat is unmatched. And I loved that. I love that. You cannot tell me that it is not fucking cool. I love it. Love it. I would eat it in a heartbeat if I could. What else? What else? Iron-Blooded Orphans, which everyone and their brother keeps on telling me is like a stupid series, and it's like, fuck you. I do not care. Give me my fucking war crimes with children from Mars. It is so good. And then I got into The Witch from Mercury. That was pretty dope. And now we have a new Gundam movie, I think, called Hathaway Flash, or rather, Gundam Hathaway, which, yeah, oh boy, that one. I like it. I'm going to preface this right now and say that I like the first movie because it follows in line with the Universal Century stuff, and I like it. I think it is awesome. However, and I have to preface this because I'm in that weird point of like I want to love it, but it requires prerequisite knowledge to understand, and I don't like it when you have to have prerequisite knowledge in order to understand a series. If you want the best experience for Hathaway, you need to have at the very least watched Char's Counterattack, which in order to appreciate Char's Counterattack, you technically need to have seen Mobile Suit Gundam, the original one, and I believe Zeta Gundam. Once you've seen both of that, you will have no problems whatsoever. That being said, I don't like that. I don't like that you need to sit down and watch an entire animated series to understand a movie, or at least have a greater appreciation for it. Because once you've watched both those series and then the movie, Hathaway, you kind of grow to appreciate a little bit more. I have been talking without music, and it is crazy. Hold on. We are going to fix that. We are going to fix that. I need to get Epic the Musical. Hold on. Because I need that playlist directly into my veins. What do you mean? No, go away. There is an official playlist. I know there is an official playlist. You cannot hide it from me. You are not going to sit here and tell me that, oh, I need to just watch from someone else's channel. Fuck you. Give me... There we go. There's an official playlist right here. I'm not going to watch a fan-made playlist because they want clicks. Fuck off.
All right, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay.
I love listening to war crimes being conducted with musicals. I would love a brand new updated HG and RG kits for that series. Oh, for Double O? Oh, absolutely. That would be dope. Because I think even the RG Exia has the same exact issues as the Master Grade Exia, in that it sucks. Like, just putting it together is the worst. Well, let me rephrase. Putting it together might not be the worst. It's more so the stability of joints that just do not hold up. But, you know, little things. Little things. Ajax, Lester. Yes, sir. What do you live for? What do you fight for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
What do you try for? Telemachus. What do you wish for? I'm on my way. What do you fight for? Attack!
I love that an entire story is basically being told to us through the power of a musical. Oh, so good. And deeply depressing. Tell me why I made a character's dad based off the song. Because it was cool. That's why, Kitsune. Vision of what is to come cannot be outrun, cannot be dealt with right here and now. I don't think you're ready to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run like anyone you have faced before. I don't think you're ready. I don't think my voice could ever go that deep ever. Gosh. It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What kind of vision and threat does he pose that I cannot avoid?
This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can
say goodbye to. You can say goodbye to. I could raise him as my own. Send him far away from home. Sure his past is never known. I don't think I didn't catch that, Zeus. So even if the past is, like, prevented from being known, he would have still told. And that, I find, is crazy. He was ready to just fulfill a self-made prophecy for no other reason than the pure love of the game of messing with his own Greeks. Fuck you, Zeus. Agree. Also, I don't think Athena greenlit this part. No, I don't think so either. It's like, Athena, I believe in the concept of a good, clean war. I believe in the concept of a genius. What do you mean you killed a child? Father? Why did he kill a child? Father? you gonna explain that one, Father? Zeus, what the fuck? Zeus out here just wanting dead babies. That's all. He just wanted dead babies. We're not going to pretend that he wanted nothing else except dead babies. I've slain is the price I pay, endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home. Even after all the years away from what I've known, I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? Does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason When does a man become a monster? Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm just a man. Seeing that song made into an animatic is fucking crazy, because I distinctly remember the one animator that me, Emma, and a few others saw. We sat down and watched it together in Discord through screen share, and I'll never forget the first time we saw it. They added baby noises, and it's like, don't do that, please don't. You're gonna make it hurt worse. And sure enough, it did. Hearing the baby coo and be all happy, to then, the growing anxiety, because, even if a baby doesn't necessarily understand what is about to happen to them, a baby can still sense vibes change. And that baby felt the vibes change and knew something was wrong way before Odysseus dropped him. And yeah, I won't lie. That fucked with me for a week. That fucked with me very badly for a week. Dead babies, and to sleep around more than supposedly Aphrodite. Well, that's the thing. In the original story, yes, the original story of the Odyssey, Odysseus did sleep around. You are correct. That man, that man got so much put. It's like, oh no, I'm loyal. I am loyal. And all I can think is, bitch, where? The book is not, the original story does not have Odysseus being loyal, which is why I kind of like the musical version of it, where he doesn't sleep around. He just sort of he just is that loyal and devoted to his wife. And if we're talking about Zeus, no, Zeus also sleeps around too, because man is actually straight up a hoe. Sleeps with his own daughter too, which is like, that's fucked. Absolutely fucked. Maybe Zeus was the original creator of Epstein's Island. Who the fuck knows? I said that out loud again. I said that out loud. I said I hey Sparky, you're supposed to keep the quiet parts quiet. You're supposed to keep the quiet parts quiet. Why are you saying this stuff? I am saying this with the exact same energy of all the memes that I saw for Invincible, where it's like, hey Cecil, you're not gonna believe who I ran into in space. And it's crazy because you told me that he was dead. So imagine my surprise when I see Conquest again. Cecil. Oh, Cecil, you are the instrument of your own demise sometimes. Let's see if I'm doing this correctly. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. Wait, I skipped something here. Was I supposed to put something there? Did I miss a step? Did I accidentally skip a step somewhere? Hang on. Nope, no, I didn't. Okay, good news. I did not skip a single step here. I am psyching myself. I am psyching myself, and we're gonna ignore that. Was talking about Zeus, and yes, a lot of family relations. It's true. And people wonder why I like Hades in this mythology. That's the thing. Hades literally doesn't do anything terrible. Like, I guess it depends on which version of the story that involves Persephone that you learn about. But yes, for the most part, Hades does very little wrong. And I find that deeply fascinating. because I'm left to wonder how. How did this happen? Why did this happen? How did how did we create a version of Hades that was distinctly worse in Western media? And it turns out it's because in Western media, we follow, whether we want to admit it or not, we follow a lot of like the Christianity side of things, of a predisposed good and evil, and anything that holds even a remote version of an allegory to Satan or any of that, usually we have to default that to the devil and therefore evil. Even though Hades isn't even the god of death. He's the god of the dead, but he's not the god of death. They literally have a separate god for the god of death. He is completely separate and his own entity. But for whatever reason, everyone just assumes that it's all Hades. But in reality, he lords over the dead. He watches over the souls. He probably handles the paperwork. But the actual god of death, Thanatos, nobody bats an eye. Nobody even looks in that direction. And I'm like, the fuck? The fuck? We're all looking at the same pantheon. What are we doing? He just fell in love with a woman, loves this three-headed dog named Spot. The Greek name Cerberus means spotted one. That is actually fucking adorable. Wait, I did not know that. Oh my gosh. I love that. No, you gave me hope core again. I like that. I like that. No, I like that. I love the idea of it just means spot. That is cool. That is so cool. So Cerberus is a spotted dog. Could Cerberus have just been a hyena? Would that have been cool if Cerberus was just straight up a hyena this whole time? Everyone just assumed it was a dog, but in reality it was more related to a freaking cat. I don't know. I like that headcanon. I kind of want that to be the case. Even though, yes, I know fucking hyenas are technically not cats. They're just very likened to cats, I guess. Kind of. Not really, but still. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it again. I tend to overthink these things. Or maybe I don't think enough. Maybe my head is too empty most of these times. Like right now, I'm beginning to immediately regret what I've just done in terms of the parts that I just did, because I think I accidentally skipped a step, and now I have to go back and take it apart and put it back together, because I'm now staring at my imminent demise. I love it. I truly do. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Give me back my music. Where are we at? Full speed ahead. "600 men, 600 men under my command, one goal in mind."
600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance.
It's what lies in between. Ithaca's waiting. Kingdom is waiting. Bang for me.
So full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Captain, Eurylicus, 600 men. 600
Ah, Eurylicus. You fuck.
run out of supplies to eat. Curse the war of food stores depleted. 600 men. 600
Kitty body.
reasons to take what we can. So Captain works the
I mean, honestly, Cerberus could have been any three-headed creature. True. But I'm not going to fall for, like, the version of it from Dante's Inferno where it's like, oh, this is Cerberus. And it's like, that's a worm. That's not a dog. That's a worm. What are you on about? And away we go. We're off, and away we go. Ah, polities. Now, remember, always remember that for all the stuff that that Penelope could potentially be angry about. We can take solace in knowing he didn't sleep with no other woman, and in spite of Polites being right there, never once kissed him. I'm not saying that Polites would have been a femboy, but I like the idea that that's probably what it was. Not helped by the fact that this angelic voice is coming out of him. Oh god, I am degenerate brained again. Please send help. Please bonk me on the head for these thoughts. Actually, don't bonk me on the head. Some of y'all hit really hard and I don't want that.
Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke.
I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste, so let's break the place and...
No.
Polites, gear up. You and I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
Should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
We're off, and away we go. Full speed ahead. There we go. I don't know where this goes, actually. Twin small caliber laser guns. I think this is supposed to go under, since these are the smaller guns. Hang on. Yep, can confirm. Okay.
You can relax, my friend. Huh?
Sometimes you just gotta have titty cannons, you know?
So do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
I'm fine, Polites.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword and I've said, why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you,
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, it'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
stay back.
God, that's so terrifying still.
My friend, greet the world with open arms. We're only here for food.
Dude.
600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
Here you go.
See? This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree. But look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds.
Ah, my least favorite part. Legs. Legs and arms, technically. It's a lotus. Controls the mind and never lets you lead.
That's what we'd get with open arms. Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
Cave. Scary
A
cave.
cave. You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
East that way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. You can relax, my friend.
I won't even lie to you. If I had Polites singing all that to me and doing all of that, just all of that, I would have folded. I would have folded.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught
Absolute
you?
queen.
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
An entire song dedicated to her for no other reason than just to tell us her fucking name and what she's about.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I have a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bond will lead the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bars on the wheel.
Let's go.
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the light. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the light.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
Can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but
Okay,
two
we're
can
coming
play
along.
This game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena.
Athena.
Badass in the arena. Unmatched, witty, and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, best as a friend.
We'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the light. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer.
We are the warriors of the night.
I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
Athena, you could have like not put that much weight on him, you know. Don't disappoint me. It's like I literally came home from war. What are you talking about?
Over here.
Look at all this food. Look at all these sheep. I can't believe this cave has all this for us to keep.
I've got to hand it to you both.
Uh-oh.
This is quite the
I have a problem. I'm missing a paw.
sheep here to feed the
There it is.
entire fleet.
Come back here. No, come back here. No, come back here. Come back here. There we go. Too good to be true. Why would the Lotus Eaters pass up on all this food? Who are you? He, the Cyclops. Polyphemus. Polyphemus, rather.
We're just travelers. We come in peace.
You killed my sheep. My favorite sheep. What gives you the right to deal a pain so deep? You see, I thought the bot would have taken care of that. What? Excuse me. Time to drink your blood over where you stand. Oh, that's a new one. Yep, that's a new one, all right. Sparky, you know more about this than I do. Do I just tell the bot to, you know, take care of this one or nah? How do I handle this? There's been a misunderstanding. Let's see. Report it to Siri. Is it just as easy as typing in spam check? Is that one where I have to, like, hold on. Hold on. Have a drink, one sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hand. A mind so fresh, never want to eat human flesh again. Shall be on our way, but shedding here today. The trade you see, you and a gift from me. Okay, there we go.
I'd like to thank you, stranger.
There we go. I've banned that one, but... And with a few clicks, Twitch banned it. Really? Okay. I'm always so mad about that. Like, why would you waste the time to make an entire bot whose sole existence is just to come into people's spaces? Ah, you want more views? And it's like, no. I want them to be real. I'd rather be small and talk to real people who are here than talk to someone who's not. Which, it's been long enough. I'm going to make sure... Just gonna shake this into the microphone, don't mind me. It's a digivice, don't worry about it, guys. I'm just shaking it just to, you know, hey, lurkers, stay lurking. I just wanted to let you know you're loved. The shaking had nothing to do with getting you to type anything. I just wanted to let you know that you guys are cool. And, you know, whenever you feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to, you know, hop in and engage and talk, and we can all be cool and stuff. Just, you know, wanted to do that. Yeah. Well, they're mass created and some are hacked accounts. Oh god, hacked accounts. That's a weird thing that happens too, especially on Discord. Like, the sheer number of people's accounts that we end up having to ban because, like, and this is where I feel a little bit bad. It basically boils down to poor decision making on some of them, because it's like, oh, you clicked on something you weren't supposed to click on, and now you're banned. Yay!
Surround him. Attack from behind. Keep distance in mind and stay in his blind spot and strike his heel.
Like, trust me, I wish there was a way that wasn't just banning to deal with the problem, but, like, sometimes that's what you have to do. And I feel bad, because it's like, okay, the people weren't necessarily aware that they were hacked, but are you telling me that nobody knows how to practice good internet safety at all and just click on virtually everything? But yeah, I reported the bot and Twitch banned it within 30 seconds. Nice. Sparky, you're cool. I should probably make you a mod on this thing too. That should be a mental note to self. Make Sparky a mod. Convert Sparky into mod. Mod is now one of many people who will probably torment the digital monster. I mean, you're probably a super mod for God knows how many people already, so it's like, we Sparkies are just modding each other up. That's pretty much all it is. Actually, is it possible? How do I turn you into a mod?
What are our orders?
I know there's a way to do it. A few dozen. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Granted mod privileges. Dude, I have a friend who literally got hacked twice on Discord. How do you do that? Mod username. Oh, okay. So if I type in, let's see, / mod. Oh boy, Sparky 15756. Let's see if it'll let me do it. I have a feeling I did it wrong. Yes, I did. I forgot the exclamation point. No! Okay. Oh, God. Hold on. Okay, cool. Sparky. I forgot. I forgore. Okay, I forgore. You know, it's what I'm about. It's what I'm about. This is pretty much on brand with me. I am technologically illiterate. And there we go. Sparky is now a mod. Did I hit a fucking toggle while I was typing? Yes, I did. Permeability is the measure of the ability of a rock to transmit fluids. A rock can have high porosity but low permeability if the pores are not connected. Did you just rock fact? I legit don't know how. The worst part, it's literally the same hacker, I believe, and happened within 2 weeks. It's usually like an issue of a weakness of like a password being easy or some malware like Trojan style stuff. Like if you click on a link somewhere and you were scammed once, more than likely you'll be scammed again unless you change your password, unless you take precautions. Changing your passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, but more importantly, and this is the big one, and it's one that I try to prevent even in my own server, please, just don't click on suspicious links. It is not hard. Just don't click on them. There are no big booty bitches in your area. There is no Arabian prince that's going to give you millions of dollars if you give them $20. Just don't. It's not the password that's the problem, and two-factor authentication doesn't help. Oh, okay, well, there we go. Then hackers just be hacking, and there's nothing we can do about it. I haven't been hacked once, but never say never, I guess. It could happen to me. Maybe I'm already hacked, and you'll never know. The hacker gets a backdoor to your system, taking your login stuff, and boom, they're in. Great. I love backdoors.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a threat until he's dead. Finish it.
Oh, right.
No?
What good would killing do when mercy is a skill more of this world could learn to use? My friend is dead.
Your friend is very dead.
Blind. The blood we shed, it never dries. Is this what it means to be a warrior of the mind?
Yes, it does.
Hey, Cyclops! When we met, I led with peace, while you fed your inner beast. But my
Discord especially has bad case of backdoors. Oh my gosh. And they'll log you out of your session, change details, and report to a foreign customer service that makes it impossible to sort. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess I'm just lucky that it hasn't happened to me yet, but again, never say never, and I guess, just make sure you practice good, like, intelligent uses of the internet. Just be careful out there, I guess. You know, I think I would probably cry. I just realized I would probably cry like a little bitch baby if I had my shit hacked, because I don't know what I would do. Like, I am literally out here as a little guy. I don't want to be hacked, but I feel like it's almost an inevitability at this point. because that's just the nature of things nowadays. It's like it's never a matter of if anymore. It is a matter of when. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, because they just do it because, well, they can. Who honestly could and would stop them?
That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest. Hey, put your
It only happens when people click on things they think are safe from friends they talk to. That's also true. Because I noticed that the one that really, like, makes me laugh a little bit is when someone that I talked to on a separate server hit me up in DMs like, hey, so I accidentally reported your Steam account, and you need to talk to these admins over on this server. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. That's literally not how that works. What are you talking about? What are you yapping about? And I love that the hacker will sometimes get frustrated with me that I didn't fall for them, and they're like, damn, I guess this person doesn't have any friends, and then they disappear and give the account back, and it's like, what? Yes, the accidentally reporting is a clear scam. Exactly! And the newest one makes a Minecraft video. What? This is why I'm glad I have so many passwords. Yeah, but the passwords isn't the issue. Again, it's clicking on links that you think are safe. Scrutinize everything, question everything, basically is what it boils down to. If you're given a link, make sure that it's your friend giving you the link. If you know them personally, shoot them a text message or something. Dude, I hate that I literally get that 4 times on Steam accounts. Yeah. I've only had it happen to me twice, and every time they shoot me a message, I hit them with the try again. No, say that, but say it like you can make it make sense. Because you're telling me that in order for me to communicate with Steam, who has their own very active support page on their web store, you're telling me that I can only communicate with these admins through Discord. Make it make sense, I'm begging you. And you're telling me that you know them personally. So if you know them personally, why didn't you message them instead of me? Make it make sense. And if it's someone that I already knew, it's like, so you mean to tell me that you're someone who is a fan of fucking Sonic Song 182, and we both watch this content together, and we are chill, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that you suddenly are in with one of the people who work for Steam? Give me a fucking break. I love that we're listening to a friendship breakup song in the background while I'm just crashing out about the fact that these people actually think we're this stupid. Granted, it has been proven there are some people who are that stupid, who fall for it. And when they fall for it, they spread it around. And when they spread it around, people get hurt. And it fucking sucks. But, like, let's be so for real. If you are falling for the trick over and over again, is that an issue with Discord, or is that an issue with you? Is that a issue that we can clearly define as a skill issue? Because I think we should. For the sake of understanding, I think we need to call that what it is and call it a skill issue. I ignore everyone on Steam unless I know them precisely. Click links. I just write down the link and read it over before typing it. What? He didn't see what happened. My gosh. What did I miss? The first one almost got me. The rest was literally obvious because it was items from Rust, which I don't know. Sorry, own on the last one. Oh, okay, gotcha. Accidentally reporting is a clear scam. Yep. So yeah, just practice good internet safety. It's not difficult. One of my friends got hacked once, and they didn't even click on anything. They were at school, and when they got back, they then messaged me laughing at the hacker trying to get me. Bro. I guess that's how you can tell the amateurs from the amateur hackers from the professional hackers, because they either very clearly don't know what they're doing, or they just suck at their job somehow, some way. And why does it sound like something Faith would do? Like, I hope it was to make the hacker feel bad, is all I'm saying. Like, laugh at the hackers, make fun of them, call them small in pee-pee, because they are small in pee-pee. I need therapy. Oh, storm. Because that one friend usually uses or in their messages, lol. Aha! And because they didn't use or is like, ha, ha. That's how you knew it was a hack. It's like, where's the owos? Where's the uwus? Where are they? Where's the giant, Mansley? I did not ban that. I did not ban that. Wait, I just saw my chat update. Wait. You ban? What do you mean Donald Trump is on Twitter? No, on Twitch. Wait, Sparky. Wait. What did? I need to look. Oh, you did a shout out earlier. Are you doing things in the background? It's a real account. Why does he have a Oh, that fucking creep. Ugh. Okay. But I did not know that you did that. Thanks. Clip 60. By the way, I was trying to look for the clip that you made of me, and I couldn't find it. Is it like something that I'm missing on my end? Do I not have the ability to make clips? Or is it something else? Or is it like something that's only saved on your side? Now that I know there's an actual account, I need to ban it on my end, please. Because, like, Jesus. Like, I didn't know. Oh, gosh. But yeah, no, shout out to Emmy, because she's cool. I didn't see that there was a shout out done, and big shout outs. I should, like, make little things. I'm missing so much stuff from my setup to make it look like a true professional setup, and I hate it. I don't think I made a clip, but Sari can make clips if you enable it to do so. I gotta look up how to do that. Let me find the command for that. Where is Saribot links? Where are the Saribot commands? That is not what I'm looking for at all. Excuse me. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Am I going to have to go over to Discord again? Yes, I am. Let me just scroll over to the link that was given to me for Saribot. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't think I made a clip, but Saribot can make clips. Okay, cool. Clips. Enable or disable clip commands for your channel. When enabled, viewers can use clip to create clips on your stream. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let me enable that for you then. I'll enable it. The command is... Okay. Literally just Sari clips. I mean, that's... I love that it's so much easier than anything. Let me see. Okay, if I did that correctly, I should just type that. Are now enabled. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually do clips here. That's pretty cool. I think I made a clip, but Sari can make clips. That's cool. What do you mean you time me out for being stinky? Excuse me? I'm not stinky. You're stinky. Frickin'. out here trying to tell me I'm stinky. You're stinky! Oh my god, you clipped it. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm not stinky, you're stinky. I'm only stinky when I work out. I gotta work out more because I gotta get these arms bigger. I need to become Bulkmon, god damn it. If not, at least lose the weight and get into Exermon territory and be like, damn, look at me out here meditating all calm and shit. So always justify the means, turn to foes in rivalry. So keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Meter Helmet gives me slight rage at the BS that it can block pure hardened energy orb. Huh?
Everybody listen closely. See how this bag is closed. That's how it's supposed to be. This bag has the storm inside. We cannot let the treasure rumor fly. We'll try. Keep your friends close and your enemies.
Oh goodness. Oh, Mega Man reference. Gotcha. Banned Elon Musk. What do you mean he's on here too? Get him out. And okay, fine. I'll do shadow boxing. Fine. You want it? You want it? Hold on. I can't do shadow boxing seriously with that kind of music. I just hit the microphone. Oh no. Imagine you were punching the creeps. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man. Gosh. Thing is, I have weights out in the living room. If I wanted to bring them in and actually do like proper exercises as redeems, that would be fucking crazy. The only exercise that I think I would have a hard time would be like the ones for like lateral raises, which is basically when you have weights and you try to T-pose, bring them down slowly, T-pose again. And it's like, you think you can do it. And then you try to put on heavier weight. And that's when you realize you can't do it. You got to build up to the heavier weights. Like my coworkers can do so many weights with 80 pounds. And I'm still struggling with the 20 plus that I have currently. So yeah, let that sink in. But I'm also still doing things in my pace. My pace.
For 9 days I've stayed wide awake.
Mega Man reference. Ah, that's what we're talking about.
I remain unopposed. The bag is still closed and I'm getting closer to you.
Ban JK Rowling. I am learning so many people are basically here. Oh, letting me hydrate? Cool. Sparky trying to digivolve into an ultimate without going through champion levels. Excuse me! Exermon is champion. Bulkmon is champion. I want to get to Tempomon because that is my personal favorite. But I'm not going to do Boutmon. Boutmon's kind of cool, but come on, man. Warp Digivolve. Fine, I'll Warp Digivolve. God damn it. Once I have like the money to do so, I still have to set up that little fundraiser. Once I have the money to do so, I do want the champion level evolution to be like an alternate model for me because I think that would be so freaking cool. Let me rephrase. Let me do this right. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool.
Where's the storm taking us?
I said to keep the bag closed,
But you weren't compliant. But the guess, you're headed to the land of the giants.
Help me close the bag! But sir, it's too late! We can save whatever wind is left.
Ooh, hold on, I smell something. Ooh, so roommate is currently cooking up beef and broccoli because I can smell the beef. And every time he cooks it, he never puts spinach. He never puts like green beans. It's always broccoli, and I can smell it. It's a stir fry, and it's good.
Who I am.
Let's see. Bonus, when an account is banned, it cannot be given subs to, which means that before I came, the Muppet in Orange could have been given a sub in here. Ah, so no one's gifting no damn subs. That'd be cool. Dichi. I know someone who can help you set that up. They've got their own custom Digimon and evolution connected to redeems that does it automatically upon redemption. The Mons was sniffing his own stench. How dare you? In all my years of living, it isn't very often that I get pissed off or try to chill with the waves. But damn, you've crossed the line. I've been so gracious, and yet you hurt the son of mine. That's right, the Cyclops you made blind is mine. I'm left without a choice, and without a doubt, it's the pack of wolves are swimming with the shark now. I gotta make you bleed, I need to see you drown. But before you do, I need to make you learn how ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ourselves.
You are the worst kind of good, 'cause you're not even great.
Reason, if you see this, you have lost it. I hate you. I hate you. That's such an old one. No, but that's the thing. I need a model first in order to do the redeems. So I would love to do the redeems for a separate model. I just need to get the model first. Then I can set all that up. Man, is it hard to try to get to the Royal Knights in Cyber Sleuth. It really is. You gotta grind super hard and get your Digimon strong. I made myself some noodles with mead, onions, and eggy. 'Twas delicious. Yum. Meat and food sounds good, to be honest. Wait, honey mead or grain mead? That's a good question. Wait, what kind of meat are you putting in your food? Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ourselves. And now it is finally time to say goodbye. Today you die, unless of course you apologize for all so clean and all his cries.
Poseidon, we meant no harm. We only hurt him to disarm him. We took no pleasure in his pain. We only want.
You literally bragged about it and said your name, Odysseus. Excuse me, you fucking liar. Pork. Emma didn't need to type that out. Oh, meat! You meant meat! I cannot read. I am physically incapable of reading. Oh my gosh. We all just glossed over the correction. We really did. Listen. I refuse to believe that it was meat. It was meat. It was mead. It was mead. She's out here putting honey alcohol in noodles to make them taste better. Okay? Like a true Icelandic. Like a true Viking. I'm being bullied. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're being given nothing but love. Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Any last words? All I gotta do is open this bag. What?
Oh gosh. Listening to all this music is getting me in such a mood to play Pathfinder. So, interesting thing happened. We had to cancel one of our streams that was going to happen because one of our friends went out to California because, yay, got to go to a convention, got to check out some good hell of a stuff. I was so proud of her. She's out there making a name for herself, and people are recognizing some of her artwork, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. And one of the things that occurred to me was that, okay, before she goes, we can have a session, and it'd be fun, it'd be cool, except that Forge actually screwed up. It updated and then corrupted all of my files. And I was pissed off because it's like, no! So I had to rush to try to get it back to working order. and nothing. The files got hella corrupted, and so I had to rebuild everything for like the future sessions from scratch on Forge. So it's like, no. The only saving grace was that the character models weren't moved. I just had to re-import images and a few other things. But yeah, that was not fun. And now I have to sit down and make sure that the other files for the Prinny campaign weren't corrupted, because there's a good possibility that they were also corrupted. And I'm not a personal fan of that.
You really came back so soon.
What
Where's
was
the rest
pinned?
of your crew?
Sent to at 4:33 p.m.
We came across a palace. Inside we heard a voice.
Oh,
It seemed to show
Sparky cute. Ha, that's awesome.
choice, but nothing could
The Kenku bombs, yes.
that awaited inside.
Mwah, mwah. Aw,
This palace hide.
nice link, nerd. Yeah, I really gotta fix that. The link is not... I don't know what happened there. It used to be able to work, but I guess Stream Elements is not functioning. I may have to turn off the tip bot.
'Cause we are weak to a power like
So, mental note, gotta turn that off.
she had us in just 2 words.
Come and shine.
Nice link, nerd, yeah.
Welcome to the best
No, we're not trying to bully. I want to play Pathfinder so bad right now. Same.
fight you loud.
We go boom in the Wild West, exactly. And I can't wait to actually run that campaign, because, God, it's going to be so much fun when we get there. It's just, we got to get there. Hey, nothing only all something to eat. Hey.
I bet you're tired from the years spent on your feet. I've got you, don't worry, says he's
I won't lie to you. On an island like that, I know she'll turn me into a pig. I would still fold.
think of your
She had
past
cast a spell.
and your
They
mistakes.
began to squeal
They'll be the
and grow
last
snouts and tails.
mistakes you
She
make.
changed them.
I've got
I've all the power, yeah. I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I puppeteer, yeah.
this is the price
Wasn't quick.
we paid it.
Stream Elements tip bots may dox you too if it goes through PayPal and you've got your IRL name in it. Unless your IRL name is Sparky, then that's based. I wish. No, it has my middle name though. I should probably fix that. Yeah. But I don't want to have to make a separate like account. I guess I'll just have to rely on donations then. But donations suck because donations is more direct and I actually get the full amount of money that people would be normally giving to me. Because if I rely entirely on Twitch, well, I guess that's one of the good things. If it's done through Twitch, it's protected, even if only a certain amount is all that's transferred. I don't know. I guess I'm in a weird position for that one. That's why I like to keep things cheap. Like, in the future, when I do redeems, I don't want people to spend a lot of money on me. I would much rather it be like, oh, you know, give me $1 here, $1 there, and life is good. And that's all I want. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I puppeteer, yeah.
And she's hard to slay. It's a game of wits, but you don't have to play. I have to try.
Got all the power, yeah. I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I puppeteer, yeah. If you're in Florida, we can't give you a book because they're banned. Facts, though. I just thought about that. Wait. Because I am... Oh, no. I have to look into a few things in regards to Florida, because I swear every time I look in the direction of Florida, they do some dumb shit. And I'm like, please, don't do this to me. I just want to have fun. Ooh, wait. This is my favorite song. This is my favorite song. There's a mention that's afraid to send a message. When the warlock has a dope-ass patron.
Like a taste of the power, wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some other magic? Wouldn't you like your outcomes referred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. She can turn you to an animal that'll end up on a plate. She can all but make you fall in love like you're on your 100th date. She can conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bones. She has all the ways to hurt ya when you take her on alone. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be turned. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Oh, oh. Here in the root of this flower, there lies such a power to take her on. You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. All you need's imagination.
Though it's only for a moment till you've beaten your opponent. And I call this route Holy Moly.
Hermes, thank you.
Don't thank me yet, you very well may die. Good luck. Ah! Hermes could turn me. Could turn me fully gay, I promise you. Was actually going to ask if Sparky can help me write a homebrew campaign for the future. See, I'm not very good at writing up homebrew. What I do is I take pre-existing adventures and make some changes. Like the whole reason why we did Strange Aeons in 5th edition was purely because I was converting and I was making it work and we were comfortable with 5th edition. But then I didn't want us to be complacent with 5th edition, so I moved us over to Pathfinder 2nd edition, the remastered version. And from there, life became slightly more complicated because now we're learning more technical rules. People are having to learn about skill checks that are also important to their characters, very special class abilities, skill abilities, and stuff like that. And it became a whole mess. It really did. So it became a whole mess of us just trying to figure out how the rules worked. What do the characters do now? What are these abilities for? Why are things so situational? Why is it that my character is so good at this, but apparently no one else can do that? And it's like anyone can do the skill. It's just you are better at the skill because you have a skill feat. And that's pretty much what I did. Let's see. Warlock versus Hag, who wins? Facts. Specifically queer-related books. No! Why? Also, damn, that sucks. What happened to your Pathfinder? Well, it just, the stuff got complicated. It really did boil down to, like, the files got corrupted, so I had to rebuild the entire thing from scratch, and I did! I hate myself for it, because it was several hours of me just trying to re-find everything, brew new things, and make it work. That's all it basically boiled down. It was just extra work. I didn't want to do the extra work. That was the thing. I didn't consent to extra work, but I was given the extra work anyway. It's the life of a dungeon master. You gotta make things work. That's why I love the pre-made adventures, and what makes Forge really good when you have Foundry is that Pathfinder as a company supports Forge. So if you wanted to run an adventure on it, you can actually purchase for Foundry the adventure pack. So if you wanted to run a campaign and have all the maps, handouts, story elements, and even music and sound effects all pre-done for you, you can do that. And the best part about it is because it's all pre-done, it gives you time to brainstorm. Maybe you want to do something different. Maybe you want to add an element to the story that you think would be very cool and very dope. Dare we even say based? Don't mind me, I was throwing something away. And that's what I've been liking, because it's a fine difference. So when I'm working on Pathfinder Strange Aeons, I'm converting Pathfinder 1st edition into 2nd edition and making it work. And then when I'm doing the Prinnies of Alkenstar, which is the Outlaws of Alkenstar, which is an entirely separate campaign that I hope to run during the summer, That one is easy because it's just click import after I buy the package and done. And it's great. I've made campaigns that are based on video games and movies, and that's probably a good way to do it. As long as, you know, nobody else can see the source material coming and therefore see the twist coming and therefore just ruin everything. Who has the time to actually look over in each and every book to check its orientation? We got too much money if they have the ability to do that. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. So the only reason why there are books related to... Okay, you know what? Hold on. I got you. Gonna pause the music for a brief moment. So what makes Pathfinder so cool in regards to having all these abilities, especially in 2nd edition, is that technically anyone can make a skill check. Anyone. If you got the ranks for it, great. It's just that the game itself rewards you if you put the proficiency modifiers in there to be of a certain proficiency level. Are you skilled? Great. Well, I mean, are you trained? Great. Are you a master? Great. Are you legendary? Great. Depending on where you land in terms of the ranks on the skill will determine how amazing you are in that skill. And by proving that you're amazing in that skill, you are able to maybe do things that other people cannot. Whereas someone might perform a persuasion check and be able to put somebody in a good mood, your persuasion checks might specifically land you a good deal with merchants. Or maybe someone else is good at using their persuasion checks for getting favors. Hell, before Pathfinder swapped over to 2nd edition, I had a character who maxed out his charisma, maxed out the persuasion. At the time, it was called the diplomacy skill. And I used a feat that as long as someone is of the opposite gender or sex, and as long as there is a chance that they are of an orientation similar to mine, yes, they thought about these kinds of things, I could not only persuade them to do certain things, but depending on how it goes, I could even use my charisma to win them over without violence and maybe even resolve an issue without violence, instead using more social bedroom-oriented things. Yeah. I created a horn dog for diplomacy. The comment was meant for the book banning. I do not care. I do not care. Foundry did not like me, so I had to give it back to its owner. Damn. I've made campaigns that are based on video games and books. Yep. Sparkymon used Hypno. It was very effective. No, not Hypno. So that's the thing. It wasn't hypnosis. It was just that I had the alluring charisma. I played like a Dampier character, I should say. I played a Dampier character, and the feat could only work as long as you had a very, very, very high charisma. And it would treat the check, even if you did it passively, as though you rolled a natural 20. And because of that, it made encounters that would have been very difficult for a lot of my friends because they like to play Unga Bunga style for their campaign. I was able to clear passively, purely by the power of Riz. And yeah, was it annoying to a number of them? Yes, because they wanted to fight. But not on my watch. I wanted to go through the campaign with my spirit. So I played what was called a spiritualist. Spiritualists are characters that instead of having an animal companion like a druid, they actually had a spirit that was tied to an emotion that would often be connected to you and would always fight by your side. For lack of a better way of putting it, think of a Stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That's exactly what it was. And I had fun with the idea that I won without getting into a fight. But if I was forced to get into a fight, my spirit had one singular attack that could reduce half of a boss's hit points. Well, that could make an entire boss's hit points disappear by half in a single strike. And a lot of it had to do... Well, hi there, Duo Proto. I wish there was a sound that played for the Twitch alert. What the fuck? Do I not hear it? Why can't I hear it? Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. You heard it. Yeah, you heard it, but I didn't. That's the thing. Am I control audio view? Just heard it. No, I know you heard it. The thing is, I didn't hear it. That's the part that's annoying me. Why can't I hear it? This is another one of those things where it's like I don't have monitoring on, so I can't hear it. I'm going to be so mad. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah. Properties. How am I not able to hear it? What the hell, Dio? That's amore. I guess your setup missed a skill check. No, it really did. I got home from work and wanted to make sure I subbed. Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you, Duo. By the way, is Duo like in relation to the actual pilot for the Death Scythe Gundam? Just want to double check. Want to make sure that I got that reference loud and clear, you know? Yes! Hell yeah! That's cool. Dare I say based and sex-pilled. Why am I saying these things? What is wrong with me? The internet has ruined my brain forever and ever. I need to hide myself. I need to go into a cave and never emerge, because that was cringe as fuck what I just said. Holy crap. I am a grown man. I am a grown man, and I'm saying these things. At the very least, I'm not saying anything too crazy like skibbity sigma and shit like that. Sparky, you literally just said it. You literally just said it. You literally just said it like an idiot. The quiet parts are said out loud yet again. Sparky got that skibbity riz straight out of Ohio. Stop! Stop! No! No! I want to die. No! Why? Why are you like this? Why are you all like this? Okay. Well, okay. I'm almost done with this model kit. After streaming for 2.5 hours, this kit should have been done by now. That's actually the craziest part. This kit is small and has the least part count in relation to the other kits that we are going to be working on later. And I find it so strange and disturbingly terrifying that this took as long as it did, but I did go off on side tangents, which I guess is healthy because, you kind of need to when you're doing something like this for several hours. You kind of have to go on side tangents, not because it's part of the meta, although that certainly does not help the situation, but I guess it's because, like, you have to go on something of a tirade or something of a rant or something of a story, a dialogue or a monologue, because that can be turned into clips. Clips can then be turned into short form content, and oh no. Well, chat, I gotta delete myself because do you see what's wrong here? Do you see what's wrong here? If you don't see what's wrong here, okay, I gotta fix that. I put the leg backwards. I am so thankful I have a parts separator. Oh God. Oh God. How? Literally had that moment from the fucking meme. We sell junk cars. Oh man. What's wrong with my car? Okay. So that didn't happen. You didn't see the screw up. It's fine, guys. It's fine, guys. See, we made the cat. Look at him. This is actually the least detailed cat I've ever seen, but in hindsight, it makes sense because this particular feline is kind of following in a similar blueprint to the Mulga, except with the Mulga, they both have like this similar cockpit where it's like this super easy, like I remove the helmet and bam, it's this type of cockpit. Very similar and very I guess for lack of a better way of putting it, it is intended to be treated as sort of universal, probably for parts reasons, I would imagine, for the military forces. But this cat is very basic by comparison to its bigger contemporaries. If you see an army of this, the swarm will get you. The swarm of these little guys will probably get you. But if you see a single Liger on the field that's well equipped, just run in the opposite direction. Choose death. Death is preferable to having anything else happen to you. It's the journey. Sparky trying to use Mega Flare. It was pretty simple in animation too, though. Grunt suit syndrome. Yeah, that too. Because if I remember correctly, Zoids was one of those anime that, and we can kind of dog on it now in the realm of hindsight, but Zoids was one of the pioneer anime in its time for its use of CG in its story. Because they did it in such a way where the models were so smooth, devoid of detail. And because it was devoid of detail, easy to animate and make it a part of the series. And then they would interchange it between shots. Sometimes you would get shots of the CG model, and other times you would get shots where it's an entirely 2D model that's interacting. And it works. So this completed kit is not bad. Imagine an entire swarm of this with an entire swarm of this in the background. It would be pretty cool, not gonna lie, but they would all fall to the same conclusion. Drake, swallow. No, I'm kidding. It would all fall to the same conclusion. If you see a Liger, run. If you see a Command Wolf, you might stand a chance, unless it's painted black and red and being piloted by a man named Irvine. Run. If you see a Great Saber, which are those saber-tooth tiger models, you are fine as long as it's also not black and red and piloted by Raven. Run. If you see any dinosaur model that isn't a gun sniper, run. You can fight a gun sniper. You can fight a Rev Raptor. You can fight the Stegos. The Stegos are surprisingly slow. They're heavy ordnance, but they're slow. If you see a Great Horn, run. If you see a red horn, black horn, green horn, you can take them, kind of. Maybe not always, unless you find one with heavy artillery. Just go in the opposite direction. Godos? No, fuck Godos. If I see that giant motherfucker in the distance, I am running in the opposite direction. That thing has Buster laser level ordnance. I'm out here with tiny lasers on this thing and a heavy ordnance cannon on this thing. If I see Godos, I'm gone. Wait, am I thinking of Golos, or what was the big one that reminds everyone of Godzilla that isn't the Death Soarer? Because I might be thinking of the Death Soarer. Assemble, we've already done that. Now it wants me to make some extra stuff, which we do need to get to. Before I conclude our construction of these little kits, we do need to... What the hell is that? Oh, I was missing that piece for Wally. Oh my gosh. Come here. You're going over there now. There we go. Okay, so I have to build this stand, apparently, because the stand is good for aerial displays, which, considering the Blade Liger, I'm surprised that it didn't come with a stand as well. I find that deeply annoying, actually, that a kit like that didn't come with a stand. Actually, that's another complaint I have. I want to get this clear because I was kind of annoyed and kind of not annoyed. I'm in a weird in-between space right now with the Genosaur that I have in on my shelf. I have a regular Genosaur and I have Raven's Genosaur coming in a pre-order later this year, along with his Great Saber. But one thing I want to point out, and this is kind of annoying to me, why the fuck Godos were more like the mini Godzillas, but it was a grunt suit. That one was a grunt suit. Okay, so I was thinking of the Golos then, the big one. The one that if I tried to get my hands on is like $300 and I do not have that kind of scratch. The one from Kotobukiya anyway. I don't know if they'll make one for this set. Because they made one of I think someone out there manufactured a small version of the Berserk Führer, but it was also $200+ for a kit of similar size, only to later find out it wasn't by these guys, and that pissed me off. Yeah, the Godus is like $40 or so. Yeah, exactly. Okay, then yeah, maybe. But the Genosaurs, fantastic articulation, fantastic kit, but its ankles are weak as shit. It is using polycaps that have no ratchet joint, even an artificial one, to hold it. And as a result, it fails on a fundamental level to hold its own weight. I have to basically pose it in a way so that it doesn't fall. And I'm angry about that because it's like, this is such a good kit. And the only thing holding it back from sheer perfection is its proclivity to want to fall forward or backwards, depending on where all the weight is distributed, because the ankles are weak as shit. I basically have to do extra work if I want that thing to be able to stand up correctly. And I guess with the stand in existence, I could use this to hold it now. So, okay, Genosaur, you're fixed now. I just have to put this thing together later. That's so lame. It is. Wait, did you ever build, Duo, did you ever build, the Genosaur? If you haven't, that's cool. Nah, this is fine. This is gone. These are basically all gone now, so I don't have to worry about these anymore. I can chuck them. Victory. Not yet. I still want to, though. It's still good kit. It's still such a good kit. I will say that right now. It is such a good kit. It's just my only complaint and my only issue is just the fact that the ankles have very little support. Once the kit's put together, that initial week of the fresh build is so good. The kit is well put together. The articulation is great. Getting it in the dynamic poses that you remembered from the anime, awesome. The fact that you can curve its body to make it look like it's turning around and facing an enemy, fucking awesome. All that good stuff is awesome. The only fundamental flaw that it holds as a kit is just the ankles. They will loosen up over time and it will want to shift forward due to the weight because the ankles don't lock in any kind of way. And it annoys me because it shouldn't be like that. It is a lightweight kit. Why is it heavy? It's the same criticism I have for Rexy over here for being mostly forward heavy, in spite of the fact that this tail should be weighted, and the tail's not weighted. If the tail was weighted, this could stand in a more natural pose. But alas, here we are. I have a Starscream model kit that is floppy as hell like that. My point exactly. Why does it have weak-ass ankles? Why? I'm just a man. I'm just a mon trying to live vicariously through my children. Maybe I could have been a weak-ankled little bitch, too. Okay, let's build this cannon and conclude our stream. Let's get the music back on. Let's crank up the funky jams.
Back at home, my wife awaits for me.
She's my everything, my Penelope. She's all my power, all my power. It's been 12 long years, oh, 12 long years since I have seen my wife. Now the god of tides is out to claim my life. Beg you, Cersei, grant us mercy and let us puppets leave.
Poseidon, eh?
Tries to seduce him, falls for a pure heart instead. Damn it, Odysseus, I love this version of you. Promise this prophet is dead.
I can't get you home, but I'll get
Take
you
me to the underworld instead.
I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead.
What a bizarre adventure.
Wait, you're helping us?
There are many ways of persuasion. There are many modes of control. Maybe showing one act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road. I remember actions of passion. I have been in love once before. Maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer no more.
A van carrying snooker equipment was crashed into the motorway queues on both sides. Alright, I now have to do this. Hold on. For those of you tuning in to the Pulse, we have just gotten word from Sparky 15756. A van carrying snooker equipment has crashed in the motorway queues on both sides. I had to hit it with that news deliverance. It had to be done. I keep saying that I should probably read something like that every now and again, just for the fun of it. Just read it as though it was like an announcement or a story on the radio. Just read whatever is on chat like that. I think one of my favorites, and probably friends' favorites, even when not entirely perfect. Full speed ahead until we find the prophet.
My comrades, this land confuses
Uses your mind.
So no
No
matter
matter
who
where we find. Full speed ahead. Deleted Stream Elements message. Thank you for that. I probably should start deleting that on my own, actually. Hold on. Before I get to work on the artillery, let me hop onto Stream Elements. I'm going to turn off that bot, because that link means absolutely nothing.
every time I dare to close my eyes.
I don't even think people would look in that direction for donations anyway, in hindsight. So let me just, Update your details. Huh, that's neat. Does a man become a monster? Okay, I've disabled the bot, so it won't launch that message or link anymore. There we go. I think one of my favorites, and probably friends' favorites, even not entirely perfect, I think one of my favorite campaigns I did was one based on Ace Combat 7 DLC and the Malevolence arc from the Clone Wars in terms of plot with its own twist. Also, sorry for the earlier messages. It was a misinput. Oh, okay. That's what happened. I was wondering, like, huh? You're fine, though. All my water is gone. What'll I do?
I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
I too think the infant that you killed that night. Because how could you? You monster. From the heart, no matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. I forgot this part of the song. Fuck.
It can't be. Mom?
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting.
That took too long. And venture too far. While you were waiting, waiting, waiting. Hi, Mom.
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream.
I may not have the best relationship with my mom, but even then, I don't think... Yeah, I would be sad. I would probably be really sad to find out that my mom's not with me anymore. I'm sad now. I'm sad. Didn't mean for that to get heavy. Oh, hey, Prophet, you mind hitting us with some sadness about the future?
I am the prophet with the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free. There is a world where I help you get home. But
That's not a world I know.
What?
I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see through on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive. But it's no longer you.
this can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace covered in red. Faces of men
Who had long believed you dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting. Man with a trail of bodies.
I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive. But it's no longer you.
Enough sadness. It's been a tough enough week. Fair. You're right. Sadness be gone. How do we say sadness be gone? Fuck you. Be happy. I guess. I don't know if that's actually how that works, but you know what? That's my headcanon now. Or you know what? No, I'll hit him with that good old Digimon the movie style of change. That is the saddest story I've ever heard. I'm the one with the problems. Get over it. Okay.
How am I to reunite with my estranged? Do I need to change?
I love the idea that Davis really is just that guy. He for all the things that are edited, for him, that's literally how fast he recovered. He is just that guy.
Line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me?
I think those are the
What
biped
if I'm
legs.
the monster? What if I'm in
Oh, he definitely is that guy. No, he's so that guy though. He's that genuine. Like, is he a perfect guy? No, but I love that he is such a goob. Because he's the type of goob that would make people feel better for their problems.
Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night? Or does he end my men to avenge?
He probably has ADHD. I have no doubt that he has ADHD. Boy is crazy. Either ADHD or he has just that version of type of autism in him. Because I noticed that in the series he struggled with the idea of friendship. He already had courage down where he still acted in spite of personal fears. So he already had that dog in him. But then when it came to like, the dog is strong with that one. No, for real though. He just had that dog in him, okay? Like like, am I worthy of friendship and this and that? And it's like, I have never seen anyone question if they're worthy of friendship except for like the truly autistic or the truly depressed. There's literally only those two that have a struggle with friendship. So, you know, I'm starting to think, from my own personal headcanon, I think Davis was definitely autistic. Like, he struggled. Boy struggled with a few things. And then his problems were solved once he got his hands on a Digimon and made friends with his enemy, who then combines his bug with his dragon to make Big Fucking Dragon. I think the greatest sin about Paildramon is that the only Jogress that exists for Wormmon, where he kind of shows himself, is literally Dino Beamon. You barely see anything that belongs to Stingmon with Paildramon and Imperial Dramon. It's like all the lion's share of the Jogress went straight to Vmon. It explains why I enjoy him. Hell yeah. As long as no one tries to say that they headcanon him as like a homophobe, then we're fine. Because I noticed that that's become a trend, especially on Twitter and like on Blue Sky sometimes. It really depends on the space on Blue Sky, but mostly on Twitter, I should say. I'm going to put that out there. That it's become this weird trend where freaks now are of the opinion that X character would hate this group of people and call this group of people slurs if you met them ever. And I'm sitting here like, where the fuck did that come from?
Don't you miss me?
What the fuck kind of crap is that? To ask the people on Twitter! They're weird, okay? They're weird. I loved Ken's line when he revealed himself as the Digikaiser. It sits in my head for 25 years. Ah, yes, the Digimon Emperor. Twitter junk, lol. I don't touch Twitter. I try not to touch Twitter, but sometimes I have to go there for Digimon-related news, like the Digimon app game coming out called Digimon Up, which I look forward to that. But I'm still waiting on Elysian. Let me play my Digimon card game online, Bandai. Please! I'm begging you. My life would be yours, bro. I know I've said that joke before already a million times. I do not care. A good bit is a good bit. Leave me alone.
Of course.
Okay, so
Oh, I just realized what I have to do here, and it's going to be so funny when I get to it. Hold on. I got you. I got you.
how am I to evade him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take?
I've been seeing a lot of posts about the new app through Instagram and Facebook. Now, for real? I just realized, wait a minute. My multi-chat isn't working all of a sudden because I didn't see your message in my shared chat on OBS. Oh, my neck is going to snap going back and forth now. God damn. What was the line, by the way, Sparky? What was that one line that Ken said when he revealed himself as the Digimon Emperor? Rather, Digimon Kaiser. I prefer the Kaiser, actually. That one sounds cooler. Digimon Kaiser is objectively better sounding than the Digimon Emperor.
For you I would die, but can't you let me stay dry?
Take the suffering from you.
I guess I stay away from Facebook because that's my old account where I have my personal info. Nothing Sparky related there. It's just my old stuff. And people are like, we found you. And it's like, yeah, you found a dead account that does nothing. Yes, is I, Ken Ichijojo. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's actually funny.
You've been trying to take my life this whole time. I know underwater there are packs of you hiding. Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren. My real wife knows
I'm not scared of the water.
And my
And the real wife knows that I have a daughter. I need to binge watch seasons 1 and 2. Please! Please! It would be so cool.
Notice that your friends got snatched.
What?
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now.
Oh boy, the canon is almost done.
'Cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters. We are the ones.
God, that is such a sick looking canon.
who are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you. We've been away from home for about 12 years or so.
Oh, did I skip a step? I skipped a step. Yep, I forgot to build the arm. How could I? Literally a whole thing about it. So what else are we talking about? Mostly Digimon related stuff, you know, like the anime, news for new games that are coming out in relation to Digimon. Like, we're still waiting on the app games to come out. Elysian, which is the card game that, you know, it's based on the Digimon TCG, and we're supposed to be getting it. The thing is that it's been in development hell, and all we've been getting is that it's being teased. However, hold on, this is a serious discussion. This is a serious discussion, and I need to turn off the music for this one. Hold on. Okay, so I would binge watch with you, to be honest, if we can riff it like MSK. I feel like we'd be more treating it like Mystery Science Theater 3000. That would be so funny, actually. God, the memes wouldn't stop though, because God, there are some things that age so well with that. But back to the serious discussion. So, in regards to Digimon in terms of Bandai, I was starting to lose hope about Digimon Elysian, which is the TCG online player that you can do. And I imagine there's going to be in-app purchases. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen that, depending on who you talk to, is going to make or break the game. And here's the thing. I am very much impatient because it's been a while since we heard any proper news about it. The only news we seem to get is that the game itself is being played at a convention and groups of people are getting to try it, and then they leave feedback, and then here we are. That's all that I basically have heard about it. And it started to bug me because it's like, well, if that's all the information we're getting, is this game ever going to get released? Or is this just something that, like, is just an engagement farm from Bandai to keep interest in the TCG and interest in their stockholders, like, up in the air? And I stopped thinking like that for a hot minute because, how do I put this? So something that gave me hope is the very idea that they keep on asking for feedback, and it's become evident that every time they go to a convention and garner feedback, they keep making changes to the final release build. So I'm hoping, that is to say, I am praying that this is simply a case of they are taking their time and they're meticulously holding themselves accountable by doing everything they can to build the game up. I think that's what it is. They're just taking their time. That's basically what it boils down to, is that they're taking their time before the actual release of the game. And if that's the case, awesome. More power to them. I hope that this works out in our favor and that we get something really freaking cool out of it. But this is Bondi, and I keep having to remind myself of that, because for all the love that I want to give them, for all the peace that I desperately want to give them, for all the grace I want to give them, I have only one issue with Bondi, and that is that they keep a project alive and then kill it after they made their money. Look no further than the Gundam Build Fighters app. You probably have never heard of that app because you probably know more about the Build Fighters video game Gundam Breaker than you know about the app where you could play and get your hands on Gundam parts to make your own custom Gundam, like a model kit, have it painted a certain way, and then fight either online or in raid bosses. And if you've never heard of it, then I'm sad for you because I've heard of it, I played it, and then Bondi killed it. Because that's what Bondi likes to do. They get their money after they milk it for a few years, and then they fuck off with the money for reasons I don't understand, and then we never see it again. Are they making it kind of like the Pokemon TCG Pocket? I don't know if they're going to do it like that, but I have seen like the promotional images. The field of play is reminiscent of Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone in the way that they have the field as a sort of blank slate because, well, there is no real defined location for it. I usually do it in text chat, but British American riffing like Mystery Science Theater 3000, that would be pretty dope. If it weren't for the fact that Bondi is very strict, not Bondi, Toei is very stringent about Digimon when it comes to their animation. I would love to stream it here and we could probably riff the shit out of it live. That would be so cool. But that's the thing. Bondi likes to do that, and because they like to do that, I always have a hard time trying to run to their defense because it's hard. How do you support? You'd have to stream it on Discord. Nah, for real. We would have to do it like we would have to do it like in private. It would not be something that we could do like that. Oh no. How am I supposed to do this? I just realized there is a flaw here. Oh no, wait, hang on. So the cannon is supposed to go on to the our caterpillar friend here. I see where it plugs into. There's just a problem. The support struts. I can't do the support struts because these caps are in the way. And in the fashion that I like to do the most, I put the caps on hella tight. Am I gonna... Okay, maybe if I twist it a few times. If I twist it a few times using my fingernails, I could maybe loosen it up and pull it out. Oh God, why would you do that? Why? Instructions, what the fuck? You had me put these caps on thinking, oh God damn you. God damn you. Hold on. Am I gonna nail it? Oh. Nailed it. Okay. You'd have to stream it on Discord. No, for real. The thing is, I don't have a Discord server. I always keep saying on my Discord server, but the reality is that's not mine. That's mine and my friends. And that cap went flying, but it landed in my tray, so that's a win. I didn't lose it. I don't miss. I don't fucking miss. Okay, back to... I keep getting distracted. So for the Bondi thing, we could probably stream it one day. And I'm hoping and praying that if Bondi is as hopeful about Digimon as they have been recently, between the anime, the card games, the very successful video game. Let's be real. Digimon Story Time Stranger was a success. It got people back into Digimon. It got people who'd never heard of Digimon for whatever reason into Digimon. It bridged a gap that desperately needed to be bridged, and I was so happy about it. But the reality is that it won't matter. It won't matter one bit if Bandai decides that they just want to say fuck you and then, kill the project outright, because that's something that they will do. Because they did it with Gundam Evolution. If you've never heard of Gundam Evolution, if you've never played Gundam Evolution, I wouldn't be sad for you, because honestly, you didn't miss much, but there were signs that they could have improved. There really was. So Gundam Evolution was supposed to be Bandai's answer to Overwatch. Let that sink in. That was supposed to be the answer to Overwatch. We could have had a cool character shooter with the different mobile suits, and it was fun. Group chat it then. Hell yeah. You should make one. I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna be vulnerable here for a minute, chat. Okay, I'm gonna ask that handle my vulnerability with a little bit of care. I do not personally believe that I am worthy in any form, shape, or fashion of having a Discord server of my own, because I personally, this is just me personally, I'm putting this out there as a personal thing so that there's no misunderstanding. I personally don't feel that I'm worth that level of time and commitment. I thrive in other people's servers because I still view myself as entirely small and unknown. I have voice acted in a number of projects where I get to voice as Silver the Hedgehog, but I never capitalized on any level of notoriety from it because I didn't, at the time, when I probably should have, think anything of it. Okay? And it's because of that that I've run into the problem of. I've run into the very real problem of self-esteem, and I've run into the problem of self-worth. I've tied a lot of my self-worth to other people. I am basically nothing without other people, because for as much as I like to interact with other people and for as much as I enjoy the company of other people, I don't have that inbuilt narcissism in me that says, man, I would be so cool, or man, I could get a server, hang out with some cool peeps, and life would be pretty good. I don't have that in me. Not on purpose. I just don't have that in me. I don't know why I don't have that in me. I don't know why I don't have the same confidence that other streamers do to get their own servers put together with their own names. I don't know why I don't have that personal confidence. I just don't have it. It's a problem for me, and I would much rather be just the guy who hangs out in other people's servers, having a good time, and just, doing my own thing. I suck at advertising. That's another big one. I suck at advertising. I don't put myself out there. I don't make any shorts content. I should make shorts content. I probably should invest the time to make some shorts content. And I think that would be pretty cool too. But I don't. And someday I will have that confidence where I think maybe my personality can carry a conversation. I just loaded the cannon. You don't like making fake bonds either. That's the big one too. I don't like making fake bonds. I have seen it all over, like on Twitter. I have seen it all over YouTube Shorts. There are lots of VTubers out there that, for whatever reason, they make like these very strange. I'm putting emphasis on the strange parts here. They make a huge emphasis on this strange thing where they try to like make it an interpersonal thing between them and the chat. And while that's good, I can't deny that a lot of that is not genuine. They don't care. They are saying things to manipulate you into liking them. And that's fine because that's how marketing works. They say things to get you to buy a product, hence how it works. I suck at that because I'm not, you know, market minded. I'm not into the whole thing that these guys are. And as a result, I know I'm not going to thrive in this sphere because I don't have the ability to reach out to the same group of people and galvanize them into following, spreading it around, and making my numbers grow. I don't have that capability. I don't want to be fake. That's the biggest one. I desperately, desperately don't want to be fake. I don't want to look at this screen, this camera, and all this other stuff that I'm doing as a hobby. By the way, this is all a hobby. These kits weren't funded by you guys. These kits were funded by my own money at a job that I work in during the day. I this figure bought with my own money. I'm just viewing it because I wanted to share something with you that is personal that I like because that's what I like to do. I don't want to jump on a trend of a video game or jump on a trend of something going on in the world and such the like. I don't want to do that. I don't. And for reasons I don't understand, I can't do it. I just can't. Everyone else can seemingly do it effortlessly. There are hordes of streamers out there that can do it effortlessly. I can't. I can't do that. I feel that, but you've got a good thing going here, just here to be yourself and have a good time. That's what makes this stream fun. I appreciate that. You don't like making fake bombs either? Sparky Ranch. You know, making a Sparky Ranch would be kind of fun if we could get enough of the Sparkies together. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, no, that's basically all it boils down to. I don't want to make myself in a part of a market. Also, thanks for the sub there, Death Site 617 over on YouTube. I don't want to try to market myself out there as a person, as a product, because I've seen what that does to people. I used to love smaller like VTubers that I watched in the early years. Like, what's a good one? Red Claw. So Red Claw is a streamer that I love. Dinosaur VTuber, already a hit banger to me. T-Rex, banger. And then he went human. He was a small creator in the beginning with a cool T-Rex model, garnered his following, and everything was cool. And I loved watching him and I loved the stuff that he did. And then the content slowly but surely became horny, like hella horny out of nowhere. He got a human model made, another new human model made, and it's like, that's not the dinosaur anymore. What happened to the cool T-Rex? And then I would see his opinions every now and again on Twitter about how VTubers and their audience and stuff like this act and the stuff that he would say. And sometimes I would agree with him, but now I find myself mostly disagreeing with him because it just doesn't work. And then he'll pretend he never said anything crazy like that and just keep on moving on with his life, which I don't know. I don't know. And it gets me annoyed because I want to follow more people, but then they either A, show their true colors, or B, fall into a trend where it's like, now I can't distinguish you from X VTuber over there because now you're both just acting the same but with different genders or just a slightly different skin. And I don't like that. I don't like the idea that if from whatever miracle occurs that I just suddenly get big, maybe one day I grow and I grow organically and I grow big and bigger. I don't like the idea that my ultimate fate is to become fake. I don't like that. I hate that, and I don't want it to ever happen. Your personality is great. You've got a lovely voice, and you're a good vibe. Very cool. Ah, thanks, Sparky. I've just realized how narcissistic that sounds because my name is Sparky, and now I'm thanking a Sparky in the chat, and I don't have the chat on screen to show that I'm actually talking to another Sparky. Maybe the Sparky collective continues to grow, but yeah, that's basically all that boils down to. I'm not going to grow unless I do the extra steps that I'm frankly either too lazy or too nervous to do. Like one of the things I want to do for short form content, obviously, like I said, the stuff that I could easily clip here. My whole little rant about VTubers could easily become a rant here, or my personal opinions in regards to life in the American servers, where every day we now exist waking up wondering, what is Orange Man gonna say today that's gonna piss me off? Or making a short form content that I really want to do, that I really, really want to do. What does your Digimon partner say about you? Like, just give me a list of Digimon partners that you think I can turn into content, and just make like general blanket statements based on knowledge of the individual Digimon, maybe where they came from in other forms of media, and just making a short form content about, if your partner is a Tentamon, you have a bro for life. He will support you in everything that you do in regards to intelligence. He will admire you for getting good grades on your tests and on your homework. More than likely, he will also be a part of the homework, not because he ate it, but because he took the extra steps, and while you were taking notes and speaking out loud about what you're gonna do, he went off and did it, and has proven you correct that this is exactly how it would go. Also, more than likely, he's just a good friend. Like that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I just like the idea of like denoting what type of partner you would say about you and stuff like that. I feel like that the ones that become fake are the people who get obsessed with the monetary aspect of streaming. And that's the other part. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to make hella bank on this thing. I would love to wake up one day and make some money streaming on both YouTube and on Twitch. But realistically speaking, I don't think that's going to happen on my side. And the little bit of money that I do make from the subs every now and again, cool. I get to walk away with $50. And guess where that $50 goes? Into the gas tank. Straight into the gas tank. Oh, wow. Another Sparky. Oh my God. There's a Sparky on YouTube. Hold on. Sparky Red do. Hold on. I can read. I promise I can read. Sparky Red Dukami 8213. I hope I said that right, because if I didn't say that right, I'm going to yeet myself out this window, because I'm basically done with the stream. All I have left to do is just to clean up my desk, because we've completed. I should have mentioned this from the start, but we've completed the Hellcat. Not a bad kit, I will say. Nice and simple, which, hey, it's a Mook. It's a Mook mech with Mook simple design. I love the articulation. It's simple and it gets the job done for a quadruped. Very nicely built. Titty cannons here, butt cannon here. Very versatile, straightforward. And for the Molga, Caterpillar with heavy ordnance on its back. Let's be 100% here, and we're going to put this out here into the wild. Bitches love cannons. Bitches love cannons. There's no other wording that can be used here. Alucard is living rent-free in my brain right now. Stealth Cat and Cannon Caterpillar. Is there a stealth unit on the Hellcat, actually? I've been meaning to ask. I don't remember. Like, are they just naturally stealthy because of their lightweight build? Or are they stealthy because they have a stealth unit in a similar fashion to the Shadow Fox? You said it right. Red Dukami. I said it right. Cool. Red Ukami. Oh! Oh! Red Wolf. Ukami. You know, I should have figured that out. I am not weeby enough for this. I am so sorry there, Sparky. Oh God, so many Sparkies. Eventually I'll have a followership of nothing but purely Sparkies, and I'm kind of here for that. I believe it could go invisible like Shadow Fox and such. Okay. Actually, I can't remember. Hold on. No, Shadow Fox never went invisible. Shadow Fox just released a smoke grenade so that he could blend into the environment and then go in for sneak attacks, which I do find it funny that he was so strong in his intro episode, and yet for reasons I don't understand, they then treated him all weak and shit in later episodes. It's like, okay, cool, Shadow Fox. Basically a lightweight Liger Zero unit, and it even had the same weapon set. It had boosters to make it fast, which was cool. I'm just here while on Twitch too. Oh, so you're the same Sparky. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I appreciate that, Sparky. So Yeah, no, Shadow Fox was really cool. He had a booster on his back along with a multi-range, like twisting and turning Gatling cannon on his back. Very cool. A smoke grenade in the tail and missile launcher in the tail as well. And what made it unique was that it was one of the rare units out there that had a similar weapon set to the Liger Zero in that it had a strike laser claw attack. They both hit each other with strike laser claw, and I thought that was the coolest episode ever because oh my god, Shadow Fox is just that strong. And then in later episodes, the strength is gone. The strength, the aura, all of it's gone because all it was just an excuse to have an episode where we upgraded. Just like how I think it was Lena who had the M Bison, who then went straight into the heavy ordnance special version of a gun sniper. Way too many weapons on a single Raptor based unit, by the way. And then we went from the Command Wolf, who had kind of a special attack booster double barreled cannon. By all accounts, should have been really cool, but it was outpaced by other stronger Zoids. And then eventually he got the Shadow Fox. And then for the Liger, we just kind of saw that it was a versatile unit. First, it was just a regular Liger Zero. Then he got short range weaponry in the chest cannons. Then we got into the Jaeger, which was the speed demon, I believe. Then we got into the Schneider, which was the blade unit, which put it on par with Blade Liger, which was pretty dope. And I liked that the Jaeger unit put it on par with the heavy duty speed of the Lightning Sykes. Then there was the Panzer unit. Panzer was a heavy boy. Panzer was a very heavy boy. God, what a cool kit. It would be so cool if they made a version of the kit that's similar to these. Small in stature and most importantly, cheap. Takara Tomy, I'm begging you, don't stick yourself only to Chaotic Century. Give me some of the New Century Zero and I'll be happy. Because those were some cool Zoids too. Give me Berserk Führer, a proper one, and give me Liger Zero. Overheated like a son of a bitch. Oh, for sure. No, the Panzer unit was just that heavy. Stress on the joints and heated the core to the point where after one or even two attacks, you had to detach the armor quickly and cool down, because if you didn't, you were going to have a system lock. You were going to basically just system lock yourself after using the Panzer. But I should probably tease what our next kit is going to be, because that'll be tomorrow if I don't decide to change my mind and end up playing Digimon Stories Time Strangers. Because I think tomorrow might be a day where we get to play Digimon Story Time Stranger. I just have to catch up where I want to catch up on. I'm trying to get Pyildramon as early and as quickly as possible, so I'm side questing for some points so that I can then get into the ultimate stage and combine champion level XVmon and Stingmon together to make Pyildramon. It'll get there. It'll happen. I just have to really get into it. In New Century Zero, I think the Hellcat went invisible. I'll try to find the episode. I have no doubt. So hold on. Let me tease what kit we're doing if I decide to stick to it. Let me just reach under the desk. I have a lot of kits under the desk. I've got Armor Core kits. I still have the Gundam kits that I've been saying I held on to since Christmas, never touched because I stopped streaming like an absolute fucking idiot. This one's kind of heavy, actually. I should probably clean my space. Yeet. And because I don't need these anymore, yeet. And don't forget to further yeet. Okay, my space is semi-clean. Molga, we're going to put you here. Hellcat, we're going to put you there. And the spare parts, same location, or at least we'll try to keep it localized in the same location. I can put this down here. Can put this over here. And that's actually really cool. I wanted to point this out. This instruction booklet, they finally got the staples, because the other instructions I was looking at before were foldouts. So this being a booklet made life so much easier for me. I should really push that into frame a bit more. Hang on. Iron Kong. Oh, I was so thankful I was able to secure this pre-order before they really disappeared. This is a big boy. The box is thick. And unfortunately, when they shipped it to me, they weren't very careful. But it's a big boy. And there's a reason why this is a big boy. This is the Iron Kong from, I believe this is the Gylos color. It's a gorilla type. Not a bad kit from what I've been told. The only thing is that this is also very basic. So if you can't tell from the images that I'm trying to show here, this guy only has 2 weapons. And to my knowledge, one of them is always mounted on his shoulder, purely to then put it on his fist. Otherwise, it's entirely shoulder and back mounted. Good articulation because it's human in shape, big arms, tiny legs. And this will technically mean that between the kits, I'll finally have kind of an even matching. Because right now I have Blade Liger, like, it shows down here, the Rexy, no. Well, I gotta fix Rexy here in a sec. That's $100 thing that I don't want to break. But here in the corner, they show the army that's there. So I have Blade Liger. I have Irvine's Command Wolf. I don't have the white Command Wolf, but I have that great saber with all the guns on its back. I have the Genosar. I now have the Hellcat and the Molga, and then I'll have this, the Iron Kong. And Iron Kong will kind of round it out in terms of like heavy ordnance, high performance Zoids that exist for the army. The only real thing that would be missing, I think, is that there are other kits that are supposed to be on the supposed good guy side. I just haven't gotten there yet because, well, for lack of a better way of putting it, I simply just haven't gotten there. I don't have those kits yet. I have a list of pre-orders, they just haven't come in. And they're also expensive, which is why streaming has become more and more important to me because I want to be able to do this regularly. And in order to do it, I need to have a backlog of content. And I've got plenty of Zoids, I've got plenty of Gundam, I've got plenty of Armored Core, and I've got the games that I can play from Steam. So if we ever decide that we want to have like an Armored Core day, I could go through Fires of Rubicon real quick, and then we could have a good time. We want to have a Digimon day, we'll play Digimon Story Time Strangers and have a good time with that. If we want to do some Gundam related stuff, I don't have that many Gundam games. I have just the one Gundam Breaker, and that one is usually better if I can get some friends together for that one. But it's still fun. And if not, maybe we'll have a community day where I can actually get like chat involved in playing a couple games with me. Who knows? We'll see. But for now, I think this is where we're going to conclude because I need to get something to eat. It's been 3.5 hours of nonstop gabbing, and I need to hydrate. So thank you all so much for indulging me in my long diatribes. Thank you so much for stopping by the radio station and patiently waiting for me to get this all set up, even though the kits should have been completed like an hour ago. They're so small and so basic. But thanks. Just thanks in general. Rexy's drunk, guys. I think I gotta... I think I gotta... I gotta go sober her up. Bye. Have a good night.